Want some, get some. Can I get a hell yeah? Yes, I am a pirate. You have to go with the pirates because, of course, they have cannons and everything. It's a pirate's life for me. Be proud of who you are and what you are. You're pirate. It is a first down. Pirate. Because when you're at East Carolina, you go for it every time. When you don't coach at East Carolina, you don't come to East Carolina, you don't play at East Carolina with a weak heart. Write it. I think I've ever been in a building as loud as that was. It was deafening in there. You live with Omaha? I can promise you that. And it's purple all night long in Eastern North Carolina.
You're watching The Sports Objective, the podcast for Pirates.
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. This year.
Welcome into the Holiday Extravaganza and Bowl Show, our Bowl special, baby. And as you see, if you're watching right now or archived, we are very festive, as thanks to Kyle for the graphic that I'm using in my background. Thanks to him. It looks like the now that what is it? The Now music or Christmas CDs.
Now that's what I call music.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Stevie. And so anyway, thank you.
That was in school.
Thanks to StreamYard for our overlays where they have the candy canes. And so giving them credit where credit's due. I'm going to bring in the star. By the way, we've got a really big show tonight. I don't know how long it's going to go, but I will promise you that please, whatever you do, we have a special gift for you because it's the giving time, right, Matt? It's giving time, and Stevie and Johnny and Kyle, it's the giving season. So we've got a special present for you coming up at the end of the show. I don't know when that's going to be, but I will tell you that it's worth the wait. And let's bring in Kyle from LaGrange Barber. Happy, Merry Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Festivus to you, sir.
Merry Christmas, Dave, and Festivus for the rest of us. And to all my Jewish friends, Happy Hanukkah. And to anybody celebrating Kwanzaa, Happy Kwanzaa. And I don't know, is that all the holidays?
Happy New Year.
Yeah, well, that's coming later. But yeah, no, guys, welcome into our bowl special / Christmas special. It's going to be a fun night. We're going to talk about the bowl game, and we're going to talk a lot about our favorite Christmas memories, from favorite Christmas movies to favorite Christmas songs to favorite Christmas presents, favorite Christmas foods. And then, of course, we're going to dive into the bowl game a little deeper and see if we can figure out a way the Pirates can somehow magically figure out a way to beat a really good Pitt team with a depleted roster.
All right, let's see. Our good friend Matt Semenza, former linebacker in the Logan years. How are you, my friend?
What's up, fellas? Really interesting weekend of football we just watched. I have a lot to talk about with what we saw this weekend in the playoffs so far. Obviously, very disappointing performances by Tulane and JMU. Really, if you're a supporter of the G5, the so-called G5, however you want to put it, those games, that we could not have that happen. And I'm firmly believing that you're not going to see those games much longer. There's going to be some major changes on the horizon. And just really disappointed to see those teams just get blown out like that. And, obviously we play a bowl game this week. Does it even feel like we play a bowl game this week? I mean,
No.
All the talk, guys, has been about Caton Hauser, JDB, our DC, Aldridge leaving. It's portal.
And he's not
I can't remember ever, Dave, a bowl game where I had this little excitement. So hopefully it's going to be a good game and somewhat entertaining. We'll see.
And by the way, guys, did you see Tim Beck is the defensive coordinator for South Florida? So Aldridge is not the DC at South Florida.
Really?
Yep. I'll send that to you guys
So what is his title?
I don't know, but I'll send that to you.
That can't be right.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm about to look this up.
Reread that, Dave.
Talk amongst yourselves.
I mean, if you leave an ECU as a DC and go become like a linebackers coach, that is not even. I mean, that's
in the
far.
same conference.
Right, in the same conference. I mean, but before we do that, let Dave, you go ahead and introduce the guys. We'll get back to it.
Yeah. So let me bring in, ladies and gentlemen, Johnny Stats Robertson. How are you?
I'm doing well, fellas. You know, it finally does feel like Christmas. Got a fire going in the wood stove. Got a little hot cider, and you know, it's cold here, so it feels like Christmas. But hey, we're supposed to get pretty good weather for the bowl game, so I'm pretty excited about that. Maybe
Like
57, 58.
Yeah, I'm excited about that because
And I got Matt. I'm going to have to disagree with you on one of the two.
Go
Tulane
for it.
did not show up, but I'm gonna drop your jaw with some facts about the JMU game. So
Faster
we'll wait till
than you
we'll
call.
wait till we talk about that game.
Yeah. Tim Beck is the offensive coordinator, Dave.
okay, well, they had it wrong, and then all right, what I had the graphic. There's a graphic I have from South Florida that put.
Well, Stevie from the great Lasker, home of the world famous Christmas parade in Lasker. How you doing?
If I was doing any better, Matt, I'd be Reva Shane at a Lewis family reunion.
Oh my Lord!
And Matt's like, what the hell are you talking about?
don't even know
Kyle
what that
knows
means.
what I'm talking about. Dave
Guiding
knows.
Light, CBS in the 1980s, 90s.
Reva Shane went through every Lewis man in the family, even the daddy and the two brothers. So.
He did. She did. And then she was cloned. But I made a picture.
She got so good she had to be two of her.
Hey, I don't know if you saw the picture I made the other day of Stevie with Reba. So,
that was real, by the way, Matt. You saw that lady? Yeah.
Oh, you mean that wasn't real? Oh, man.
Yeah, it was real. She was here.
Okay.
Yeah, me and Stevie found out that we both, growing up, watched The Guiding Light for some unknown reason. The Stevie was much more into it than I thought. I was a fan of The Guiding Light growing up, but Stevie was like an old lady watching it, apparently.
Let me tell you, I was in the summertime. Well, all during the year, I was kept by my great aunt, and in the summer especially, you didn't bother her from 12:30 to 4:00.
Yeah.
And my grandma was the same way.
My great-grandma.
My grandma will watch Guiding Light 3 times a day, and act like it was the first time she'd seen it every time.
Well, I'll tell you what's funny. I remember visiting my grandparents in college, and one time I went. It was during this time of year, like the holidays, and my grandmother said, "Let's see what Miss Chancellor is going to say." Like on the Young and the Restless, and it was like, okay, that means David, shut up right now. She's watching Young and the Restless. You only can talk, I guess, in the commercial breaks. So, what is your favorite? Does anybody have a favorite soap opera? I know Matt's going to join in.
I never watched
me
them.
and Stevie's going to go with The Guiding Light.
I'm going to Guiding Light, definitely. Everybody wants to say Young.
I'm going to go with my grandmother's favorite, which was Secret Storm. I never actually watched it myself, but
gosh, that's way back in the day.
Well, she's been dead for a couple, like 20 years. So
Matt, do you have one? I got a feeling Matt wants to get off this topic.
General Hospital is mine.
I had a grandmother.
How about Search for Tomorrow? Was that was a big one, wasn't it?
This is
what about you, Matt? What were you saying, Matt? Your grandma?
I had a grandmother who would watch. She would watch MASH and then Fantasy Island.
Oh,
so not exactly like a soap opera, but like that's the closest I can come up with.
So you're not a fan. I thought Matt was
deprived.
I thought Matt would be a fan of soap operas. Man, I'm just disappointed now.
I was too busy lifting weights and actually doing something with his life than all of us sitting back on the couch watching Reva Shane marry about 30 different guys.
Can I get a picture of Reba Shane?
You got it the other day. I sent you one of her and Stevie together.
You didn't see that woman with me the other day?
Yeah,
I honestly don't know if I saw that.
She really, in all honesty,
just phone it.
In all honesty, particularly the early 90s, she was showing her age. I never got it, even as a kid, and looking back, I still don't. And she wasn't that hot. Harley was the hot chick on Guiding Light, in my opinion.
Her sister at the time.
All my children.
Her sister back in the day was on there for a little while. Roxy Shane. What a name. And boy, she was hot too.
I'm going with Harley Davidson Cooper.
Welcome into the soap opera.
Welcome.
Objective.
Sponsored
All right,
by Procter
we
and
got enough
Gamble.
off-topic stuff for tonight with all the Christmas stuff. We'll revisit the soap opera talk. Join me and Stevie as we start our Guiding Light podcast in the near future.
Alan Biggs comment.
Figure November 38,000.
Now
you're on the Young and the Restless.
Yeah, but there's a
Is
lot.
that still on? Is Young and the Restless still
Young
on?
and the Restless is still on.
One of the few still on.
Yeah, let's see, Young and the
My
Restless.
grandma, the only 2 times I've ever heard her cuss
I'm sorry, Matt.
was at Young and the Restless. She cussed Nikki, and then watching wrestling, she cussed Ric Flair, called him a son of a bitch.
Oh man. Yeah, let's see. The only ones that are left is Days of Our Lives still on? That's on.
That's not on like regular TV. I think they stream it on Peacock.
You have Young and the Restless, Bold and the Beautiful, and General Hospital is about the only thing that left, right?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah. So anyway,
Stevie, Young and the Restless, is Snapper still on there? Or is he?
No, he's been gone. You know who played Snapper?
No, I knew my sister had a crush on him, but who was it?
I think David Hasselhoff played Snapper one time.
you're right. Oh my God, you're right.
Okay.
Knight Rider. The Hoff.
Yeah, Baywatch.
So Matt, let's talk about the playoff games from this past weekend.
Yeah.
Wasn't JR, I think you might have been about ready to finish a point on that. You said.
Oh, he said when we got
Well,
to it, he was
I was talking about
JMU stats.
Yeah, the JMU game. I feel like people are misguided about their comments a little bit.
Yeah,
I feel like Tulane embarrassed us, and I mean it really, really hurt that they didn't really compete at all. Now
I think the score at halftime of the Tulane game was not that bad, but they just came out in the second half and they just act like they didn't know how to play football in the second half.
Yeah, the Oregon game, the score at halftime was very, very lopsided. It might have been 34-3. But
you're right. They came back.
Well, it wasn't just that they came back. They played well in the first half. They really did. And Matt, here's some stats from that game. Nobody would believe this. Well, nobody would have believed the final score if I gave them these stats.
Yeah.
Okay, so JMU had the ball for 11 and a half minutes more. They had more first downs, 23-22. They had 84 snaps. The most snaps against Oregon in any game was 71. Indiana could only get up 69, and they go fast. But so JMU, the fact that they had 84 snaps means they had long drives, long sustained drives that they didn't finish. Total offensive yards, Oregon 514, JMU 509. JMU is the only team to score more than 30 points against Oregon. So I don't feel like JMU embarrassed us. I feel like Tulane laid an egg, but I feel like JMU went out there, they battled hard. They had a block punt for a touchdown, and all their touchdowns they gave up were 41, 45, 46, 56. That's what killed them. Big play, getting beat over the top. And I just feel like that game was it could have been a lot closer. And JMU, they played really hard, and they shouldn't be hanging their heads at all. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely moved the ball well. Like early in the game, they moved it between the 20s, but when they got down to the red zone, they just would stall out. And, they had some penalties down there. Kind of reminded us of ECU early in the season with the penalties in the red zone. But I think the issue was defensively, man. I mean, they just – because they would have like a 7-minute drive, and then they'd give up a 60-yard bomb over the top. So I thought it's funny, though. Like, to your point, I had that game completely backwards. I was telling my father, I said, I think JMU defensively, I think they're going to be very competitive. I said offensively, they're going to really struggle to move the ball, I felt like. So, and it actually flipped over. They did move it, but defensively, man, they just got torched. I mean, it was just like – it looked like 7-on-7 at one point, and it was tough. I mean, but – hey, you do – one thing I'll give them credit about is they did play hard in the second half. They didn't put their heads down. So you got to give them credit for that. But the whole time, fellas, Kyle, Dave, I'm like, how the hell did JMU get here before we did? It just was like the whole thing was infuriating to me.
Mm-hmm.
How many, Johnny, do you have how many total yards Oregon had in that game? Because I know one time
514, and James Madison had 509.
Wow.
I'm with you, Matt. I wanted to root against JMU to get there just because I didn't want them to get there before we did. And now they have a $4 million cash infusion. Well, actually $7 million, accounting the $3 million expenses. But I had to root for them, and I was rooting hard for them, and it just, it just wasn't going to work out. But yeah, I know what you're talking about with them getting there before us. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't like them getting there before us, but once they're there, you might as well pull for them.
Yeah.
100.
And Tulane, I think Tulane's biggest problem is the style of football they play, or they did play, is not conducive to pulling off an upset in the playoff against somebody with significantly more talent. You gotta, when you're in one of these games, the problem with these playoff games versus the bowl games is these teams that are more talented than you do care. Whereas in some of these bowl games in the past, where teams would get into the BCS bowls, Boise State, Memphis, etc., they were in situations sometimes where the other team didn't really care. Where this playoff games, of course they care. It's hard to pull off upsets in those situations. You got to out scheme people, and Tulane isn't built that way. They're built to win in the trenches, which is great for conference play or even non-conference when you're playing a Duke or a Northwestern. But when you're playing an SEC school, that's not going to work. JMU had a good showing for the most part. They didn't embarrass anybody. I think what's going to happen, I think we're going to see this step by step. I think initially you're going to see next year the language change in the contract where it's going to say the 4 power conference champions get in and then 1 champion from the group of 6. You're going to officially see that language changed. So I don't think they're going to take it away at first, but I do think we're hitting to 2 16 or 2014 playoffs, 1 for the power 4, 1 for the group of 6. But I think next year you're going to see the language in the contract change where we're only going to see 1 group of 5 team in there going forward. And I'm going to say this and bite my tongue saying it. In all honesty, with 12 teams, there probably should only be 1 group of 5 team in the or group of 6 team in the college football playoff. And it's their own fault for having that language that way. They should be mad at nobody but themselves. And they'll change the language in that contract. I don't think they'll take it away from us altogether, at least not initially. But you will never see 2 again.
No, never.
Agreed with that for sure. The Nick Sabans are already out there beating their chests.
Nick Saban can go suck a Yule log. I've never seen a more cocky. I want Nick Saban to go tell them boys at Army, go tell them boys at Navy, go tell them boys at Air Force that they don't deserve. I want to have a chance to play in the college football playoff. Go tell them, because that's what you're saying. Anytime you say, they talk about players' rights. Well, players have the right to get paid and make millions of dollars, and players have the right to transfer at will. Well, don't those same bitching players, whether they play at East Carolina or North Carolina, deserve the right to make the college football playoff? And again, specifically Saban and Finebaum, you little pencil neck geek, and on down the line, go tell them boys for the academies, because that's what you're saying when you say that a group of 5 or a group of 6 representative don't deserve shouldn't be in the playoffs. You're saying that our servicemen, no matter what they do, they don't deserve an opportunity to be in the college football playoff. I don't know why somebody doesn't take that approach when arguing for us.
I'll tell you, who was fantastic? I don't know who sent it. Somebody sent it might have been Bubba. It was Doc Holliday, the broadcaster. Did you send that, Dave?
Yeah, I found it on X, and I thought that was excellent. Go ahead, Matt. Yeah,
we should post that on our group page, because he was spot on. He brought it with that take, and it was a long take that went on for several minutes. And he was defending the G4 or the G5 at all costs. And I thought that take was tremendous. But, guys, let me ask you this question. Let's just think about this for a second. we know Texas Tech bought a roster this year. They went out and spent $55 million, right?
Yep.
What do we think? What do you guys think Oregon spent on their team this year?
Good gosh. Phil Knight
Yeah.
said it was unlimited as long as he was alive. So no telling what they spent.
Oh, that's not unlimited as long as he's alive. You know, they're going to have that.
Well,
roster.
that's what he said before.
Yes. Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
He'll be able to prove it though, because he can have folks do commercials for Nike.
Yeah.
So his may be able to get approved pretty easily. But what did Oregon spend? I don't. 80 grand, 90 grand, or 90 grand, 80 to 90 million, I would guess. I'm just guessing.
All right,
I don't
now,
know. Matt, I heard Texas Tech had the most expensive roster in college football this year. So if that's the case, it's not as much as Texas Tech spent.
Yeah, I know they spent $55 million. Now, my question is, so we have Oregon, right? And let's just say it was 55. What do you guys think JMU spent on that roster?
Oh God, probably $1 million.
There you go. You're talking about a $54 million difference, roughly, give or take. We don't know exactly what Oregon spent, but I know Kyle loves that when I say
Oregon.
That. But think about that. I mean, you cannot.
Origami.
And when you think about when you just think about this weekend, it became very clear to me, like more than it ever has been, the divide between those top teams, those Oregons. You know what I'm saying? The divide is too much to overcome. It's now you might catch lightning in a bottle one day. Yeah. All right. And I think Kyle, you summed it up really well where you said in order for the G5 to compete, you're going to need some sort of a system in place that allows it, like tempo, up tempo, running a ton of plays, spreading the ball out to 5 different receivers. Like you got to bring something to the table because you can't win on talent. You simply cannot do it.
No, you can't. Hey, what do you think about though Bob Chesney? If he did that with 1 million, now he's going to be at UCLA competing against Oregon and the rest of the Big Ten teams. Every year. I'm rooting for UCLA just because I'm ambivalent towards them. I don't dislike them. I don't like them. But the other Big Ten teams, I don't care for at all. So I'm hoping he does well.
Matt's a Big Ten guy. We might have a little bit of a feud going here between Matt and Johnny. I'll be the special guest referee.
Well, yeah, I am an SEC guy, but not when they play. I mean, I root for them. No, but I don't root for them when they're playing. I hate their commissioner. Hate him. I'm a Roy Kramer guy back. That's what got me, going with the SEC. I don't want to get into it though. But other than to say that, if a Group of 5 team were to play any SEC team, I'm rooting for the Group of 5 team every single time.
I hope.
Yeah,
every time.
I hope. I don't have a power league. I'm not an SEC guy or a Big Ten guy or an ACC guy or a Big 12 guy. I'm an East Carolina guy, which therefore makes me an American guy, which therefore makes me a Group of 6 guy. If we're going to put labels on it, all the power conferences can also go suck on a ULOG.
I agree. But when you're talking about national champions, I don't like Michigan and Ohio State. So that's why I root for the SEC. Just somebody beat them, please. That's why I do it.
I guess I'm pulling for Indiana this year to win the national championship.
I am too.
Well,
Indiana, yeah, that is a great story. And Matt, to your point about the whole thing with Doc Holliday, the thing that drives me crazy about Nick Saban is the fact that you say that you love, this is what I would challenge Nick Saban. You say that you love college football. You talk, you're getting paid millions of dollars on game day, right? So Indiana is a great story. If anybody beats one of the giants of college football, like Nick Saban's Alabama, that is a great story for college football. It may not be great for Alabama fans, and if I were an Alabama fan, I would get it. I understand that. But think about Cinderella stories. That's what's missing from college football. We need a Cinderella. Who is that Cinderella? And you may not call them Cinderellas this year, but Indiana is the team that I want to win so that the Nick Sabans and all the people that are talking heads that think they know more than everybody, that they'll have a little bit of humble pie.
Put Ethan's comment up there. There's several names that are being mentioned. You can go over to Hoist the Colors if you have a membership, IGO's board, and there's several names being mentioned. One is Memphis defensive coordinator. What is his name?
Yeah, he
Jordan
expressed an
Hankins.
interest. Yep.
Jordan Hankins has expressed interest in the job. There's some other names that came up. That one intrigues me. He did a pretty good job. Memphis's defense has been pretty good the last several years. He knows the league. You could have a North Texas OC and a Memphis DC. You know, I Roy Tesh. You know, am I sold on him calling plays with Blake? Yeah, it doesn't scare me because I trust Blake, but that'll play itself out. I truly still, and I know a lot of people say this is a dress rehearsal for Roy. I truly believe if Roy was going to get the job, he'd get the job. You know, now if we go beat Pitt and hold, if we go beat Pitt and hold them to like 17 points, then it may be his job. But unless something like that happens, I think we'll hire from the outside. But I do think the Memphis Hankins, the Memphis defensive coordinator, is an interesting name to come up, that would be a pretty good hire, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right, Kyle. But I do think this is kind of an interview for Roy Tesh. I think he's a long shot, just like Blake was a long shot. But Blake came through. Maybe he can too. But yeah, this bowl game, Blake is going to be checking out what he does, and it's either going to take him completely out of the equation or maybe keep him in the running. I'm not sure.
That's a tough introductory interview, guys. We're talking about
number
one. You're playing a good solid Pitt team, and and then you consider that we're not going to be playing a quarterback that has more than 6 passes all year. So like if this turns out into a 3-and-out fest for ECU, that puts a ton of pressure on your defense, man. That is a tough interview right there.
I would say
we're going to have to move the chains, guys.
Yeah, I would say that with Blake having Roy, I wouldn't have a problem with that at all, because you have Roy Tesh, who is a really good developer. Look at what he's done with our defensive line. We had no guys really that people were talking about. There were guys that had experience, but he really did a good job with the defensive line. I think with Blake Harrell, I have no problem with the hire. Now, if Blake were not the coach, that would be a whole different ball game for me, but I don't have a problem with that. And what I would argue is just making sure that our linebackers is something that I don't know about you guys, but linebacker is something I'm worried about.
It could be a situation where where if we bring in somebody from the outside, it could be a co-defensive coordinator some type thing where Roy Tesh gets added responsibility, gets the title of co-DC. And just doesn't have play calling duties, and maybe prepares himself to be the DC the next time it comes open. Because I do think you're going to have to give Roy something to keep him. I think he's got plenty of opportunities to go be a defensive line coach somewhere else. So I do think you're going to have to do something to keep him. Even if it's just like a co-DC title with a raise.
Yeah, I like Kenny's comment. No one thought Blake would be our head coach, but he earned it, and Roy has been right there beside him. Kenny, I know that I know Kyle had mentioned it too, but back when Houston was coach, I had a good feeling about Blake even back then. 2 or 3 years into Blake being here, I was like, he could be our head coach someday. Now, obviously, I didn't know it was going to happen the way all that it turned out, the way it happened. I thought it'd be more or less like Houston would be successful, and then who would be our next coach? And I was, thinking that. But anyway, I really like Blake a lot. I don't think we're going to have a problem on defense. I'm concerned about our offense. By the way, guys, has there been any more guys that have declared to enter the portal? I know they can't officially do that as far as on paper, but have you guys heard anything else?
No, just the 3 we know that are of impact.
Yeah. And you can't do it, right, Dave? You're right. Officially, you can't do it, but everybody knows who's interested and who's not. You can still declare and say, "Hey, I'm gonna enter it," and so far we haven't had any. Pitt's had a few more. Pitt has had some.
Pitt had a couple more, and they were
and
key
they're
players.
Key. They're very key players.
Was there a running back and a linebacker?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing with the running back is they have a true freshman running back, Tucker, who's putting up really good numbers. But the number 2 guy hasn't played since the Notre Dame game. I think he's got an ankle injury, and they don't think he's going to be ready. And then the number 3 guy, it just said he's going to the portal, Jules Goff. He's got 5 touchdowns. He's number 3 in rushing. Number 2 in rushing's hurt. And then they have no other running back other than the freshman that has more than 10 yards rushing. Yeah,
So they're
10.
going to pass the ball nonstop, probably.
That's okay.
I'll tell you, it's going to be. I'll tell you this: like the fact that we haven't had any more guys opt out for the bowl game is a really good sign to me because you know what these agents are doing now is they're trying to influence these guys to opt out, telling them that by risking potential injury, your NIL deal, if you do enter the portal, is going to decrease. So, look, I'm thankful for that. I do still think we're going to see 5 to 7 guys at minimum hit the portal after the bowl game. You think back to last year, I think it was like the day after we had a number of guys declare.
A lot.
A lot. So it's still going to happen. But the thing is, I think those are guys we have now that we do have more money this year. We can potentially keep them. The 2 that really concerned me the most.
Riddle.
And I'm not trying to stir anything up here, but look, it's what we're talking about. I do worry about our left tackle, and I worry about our right guard. Solid Poku and McCrimmon. Yeah, exactly. Those are 2 big ones. It's hard to replace those O linemen.
Are you saying after the bowl game, Matt, or are they going to do it in this week?
No, I think now what you're seeing is the team that's going to be on the field. I'd be shocked if anybody opts out moving forward before the game. But I think in the 48 hours after. Well, what day does the portal open? It opens the 1st.
January 2nd.
Yeah.
January 2nd.
A week from Friday.
The 2nd. Okay. So I fully anticipate to see at least 5 to 10 guys hit the portal.
Yeah.
Let me ask
Matt. Okay, go ahead, Dave. But I was going to ask Matt a quick question. As a player, as an ex-player, isn't it unlikely that these guys are still practicing if they're going to opt out of the bowl game? Like they would have opted out already. Wouldn't you think anyone that's still on the team?
Nobody's going to opt out this late. I would seriously doubt it. If you haven't opted out now, you're probably not going to opt out.
Yeah, I was worried about Desario Riles, but he's still in camp, so that's a good thing.
I don't know why he would go anywhere. He set himself up to be the top tight end. He's going to get paid. I think he would be dumb to go somewhere.
Yeah,
I don't. Yeah, he's one that I'm not. I'll just say this. I'll be really shocked because, like you guys said, he's one that he's done very, and also he's really stepped up his game as far as like with the Pirates with the offense with JDB. Obviously, I know we have a new offensive coordinator, but I feel he's not one. I'd say Riddle is the one that I'm concerned about, guys, the most as far as you talked about offense, but defensively, Matt, he's the guy that's like my number one guy that I've been watching, like hoping, like when I don't see opt-outs, when I don't see names, and I'm looking, please, no Riddle, please. Yeah. I don't know about you guys, but he's one of my favorite players. So,
I'm sure besides Hauser, I would think Riddle got probably the biggest paycheck that we offered. So, I don't know, some of these guys may just be perfectly happy taking the money we're going to give them. And, like Riddle. So we'll see. I don't know if I'm going to go, you're talking about 5 to 10 opt-outs after the bowl. In that, some of that could be guys that we want gone too. But, at this point, for guys that are legitimate starters, I could be wrong, but all those opt-outs we had after the bowl last year, those guys weren't really legit starters. You had guys that had came in and
just didn't work out.
Yeah, well, you had guys who had played like what's his name who got the interception to seal the game?
Matt's favorite player.
Yeah, who ended up
what the heck's his name?
He ended up at, I think, Michigan State or somewhere and didn't play at all.
Yeah. What's his name?
Who cares? But
think of it. Gibson Kevin went to UNC. This was he was a corner. He
had the INT for the.
He came from UNC originally, right? Didn't he?
And then he went to the locker room.
Trash in the locker room.
Yeah, the game sealing INT. Not Gibbs.
Nash.
Yes, Nash.
Dontavius.
Yeah, Dontavius Nash. Yeah, so guys like him who'd played, but like what's his name who went to Virginia Tech? He had already opted out. So I think I would think if Riddle was going to opt out, he would opted out already, and some of these other, or excuse me, not opted out, but was going to enter the portal. I mean, things can change after the bowl. You decide, hey, I do want to go play somewhere else, but
Yeah.
we'll see. I don't know. This bowl game is depressing. I was excited about it at first, and even with JDB and Alders gone, we thought Hauser was going to say I was still excited about it, and then you had all these other opt outs, and it's just not. You go from being a 4-point dog to a 10-point dog, and the defense is going to have to carry the load. It's just, you kind of almost wish you'd got the Birmingham Bowl and be playing Georgia Southern. But beating Pitt underhanded is a tall, tall task. I'll say it. I said it before and I'll say it again. In a vacuum or on an island, I think this would be one of the greatest wins in ECU history. I really do,
Yeah.
just
I agree,
because of the
Kyle.
situation we're in.
I
Matt,
agree, Kyle.
Matt, I have a question for you, Matt, and I'll ask the other guys too. But starting with Matt, so I've heard, and I'm not knocking Kyle because he shares my concern. So I'm going to throw this one at you. We've heard how East Carolina can't win this game.
Uh-oh.
Correct. We have.
He's
We've heard that.
frozen.
Dave is deep in thought.
Yeah.
You know
What
what?
he was going to ask is how can East Carolina win this game? And Matt, I have an idea of how we can win this game, but let's get your thoughts. That's what Dave wanted to do on how the Pirates can win this game.
All right. Well, I think like what you saw, like we talked about with JMU last night, they were able to move the ball 20-20. They couldn't finish in the red zone. When we get in the red zone in this game, we have got to finish. And it can't just be field goals. We have got to convert touchdowns in this game because we're not going to have as many opportunities, I don't think, like hitting explosive plays down the field. So I think that's probably the biggest thing. The other thing is Mike Wright, in particular. I'm assuming Mike Wright is the starter. So this comment is based off that. He's going to have to show early that he can complete passes. Because if we just try to line up and go read option, speed option, quarterback power, they're going to just load the box and it's going to be game over. So we got to establish him throwing the ball early to open up some lanes, especially in the running game, and get him moving. So I think those are just two really big things to look for offensively. Defensively, guys, my biggest concern is we're going to give up a lot of short fields if we don't move the ball. So I see like some punts, if they get the ball at midfield, eventually your defense is going to wear down. So we got to move the chains and we got to score. And Mike Wright, or if it's Dida, you got to throw that. You got to show early that you can compete and hit some passes.
Yeah,
I think, and I commented on this Wednesday night. I think our best chances to win is Pitt being overconfident. I think if Pitt comes in there, they know what we have or the lack of what we have, and they come in and think it's just going to be a blowout, and they're just going through the motions. They don't have any depth at running game, and if we're able, they have given up some negative plays. If we're able to just get after them on defense, and they're not mentally focused, and we can force some turnovers early, maybe we block a punt, maybe we just come out and we just can jump on them early by making some defensive plays, creating some turnovers, creating some negative plays, give Mike Wright a short field, and we're able to kind of jump on them and maybe get up on them all of a sudden because they're just not mentally in it, 17-0, 21-0, because of a combination of gadget plays and they don't know what's coming from Mike Wright, and then our defense jumps on them, and then can we hang on because we won't be able to sustain it. So that's how I think our best chance of winning it is to create havoc on defense, get pressure on their quarterback, create some turnovers, and I think the biggest thing for us is if Pitt mentally isn't in the game. Sometimes, you win a game not because of what you do, but because of what the other team doesn't do, because they're just not mentally there. And I think that's going to be our best chance. We can't really control that. All we can control is our effort and intensity. I think we're going to have to win this on defense. And then another thing on defense is red zone, red zone, red zone. We've done that all year. We can give up big plays, but we're going to have to be stiff in the red zone, hold them to field goals. And any chance we have a chance to score, we have got to score. You say you don't want to settle for field goals. I guess it depends on the score of the game, but yeah, I go for it. I go for fourth downs on offense. I do whatever it takes, but I think our best chance to win this game is, again, Pitt not being focused because, hey, it's East Carolina and they're undermanned, don't have their quarterback, don't have their best receiver or one of their best receiver, don't have one of their best tight ends, don't have their coordinators, and Pitt just comes out and goes through the motions, and we come out on defense like a house of fire and cause some things to happen. I think that's going to be our best shot.
Yeah. Hey, to
Set
Matt.
set the tone early.
Yeah. To Matt and Kyle's point about the red zone, here's some good news. Pitt's 119th in the red zone on defense. Like, they allow more red zone scores than, everybody but 17 teams. And they give up a lot of touchdowns. They've given up 69.44% of the red zone scores are touchdowns. So, I mean, the opportunity is there. I mean, this is a good situation for us. They're not good on defense in the red zone. And our red zone defense, we have to stop them in the red zone. And, our defense is pretty much intact. And we're number 7 in the country in touchdowns allowed in the red zone and number 8 in percentage of scores in the red zone. So, I mean, I like those stats. And passing defense, they're terrible. I don't know how much, Kyle Lewis, the linebacker, he gets a lot of pressure. He's a pressure dude. Him not being in there, and Jimmy Scott, the defensive lineman that's not going to play. This is the weirdest stat I've ever seen, ever, for a defensive lineman. He's been hurt pretty much all year, but he's played in like 9 games, but he can only play like a few plays a game. This guy has got 18 tackles on the year, but 4.5 sacks and 8 tackles for loss. That means when he's making a tackle, he's creating havoc, and he's not going to be available. So I like that, because we don't need that added element of some maniac that's just, a bull that you just can't control him and he just wreaks havoc. We don't have to worry about that because he's not playing. And Kyle Lewis was preseason All-America at linebacker. He gets a lot of pressure. So him not playing, I just feel like we needed some breaks. There's a couple that I'll take, I'll take those breaks right there.
Yeah, no, it's interesting. Good points there, Joe. Hey, Axel is on fire tonight, man. Axel's ready to line up and play, I think.
I think Axel's a Ravens fan too.
Hey, speaking of, not to get off college football here, but Keaton Mitchell, is he having a big night? I feel like somebody mentioned it earlier.
He's got a couple of runs, maybe like 4 or 5 yards. He hadn't broke any yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Hopefully, no offense to Keaton, but being a Steelers fan, I hope you don't.
Hey, really quick, just want to go back to something. We talk a little bit about. Now, correct me if I'm wrong here. I don't know exactly how NIL works, but we talked about, like, why would a player like Riles potentially leave? He's going to get a big deal here, right? Well, correct me if I'm wrong. The state of Florida has no income tax, correct?
Correct.
Yeah,
Correct.
State income tax, yeah.
State income tax. So, you see a lot of NBA players go down and play for. Geez, Pat Riley's still a GM with the Miami Heat, but
yeah, you're giving you're giving a 21-year-old kid or 20-year-old kid way too much credit, Matt.
I would think he has advisors, though, right? I mean,
you can be advised on a lot of things you still don't know shit about, and it don't mean anything to you. I mean, I doubt he's worrying about state income tax credit. That's not going to be his decision.
Because for a big deal, like let's say you get a $700,000 offer, that's a lot. You're talking about a lot. Hey, I don't know. This is a little offshoot to that point, but so did you guys catch the Anthony Joshua Jake Paul fight this weekend?
Oh God,
man, that was brutal.
Did you hear how much money he lost by knocking him out?
Do you realize Anthony Joshua made $70 million?
Wow.
Jake Paul made 120 for getting his ass whipped.
But didn't he lose like $4 million by knocking him out?
He may have, and that fight, and the reason why I mentioned that is because that fight was in Miami. So I read an article today that Joshua's payout essentially got cut in half.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I guess because he doesn't live there. He doesn't live in the state of Florida. So he has to still pay certain taxes. But I don't want to turn this into a tax show. But you guys get my point. Is that
Yeah.
you do make more money for living in Florida, but whatever.
So what about but you were talking about the handlers, I guess, of these players, but at the same time, I mean, speaking of Matt, here's another thing. You can also have people that don't have your best interest at heart. Mike Tyson and Don King.
None of them have their best interests in heart. These agents have one thing in mind:
Commission.
get commission, get the most money, and if your best interest is just financially speaking, then yes. But sometimes, look, all right, let's say you have an opportunity to make 700 grand in Florida, but you had an opportunity to make 300 grand here. Well, the upside, maybe to stay here, make 300 grand versus making 700 grand, start every game versus being buried on the depth chart at Miami or wherever. So, and having a shot to make the league, because you can't play in college for forever, although eventually you might be able to. These agents ain't worth the tinker's damn, and they have nobody's best interest in mind but themselves. And yeah, at some point, some of this crap, I think, and we're gonna, we'll talk about the bowl a little more. And we'll move on to Christmas, but I think two things need to happen. Something me and Matt have talked about ad nauseum is you need to go back to having to sit out a year to enter that transfer portal. And
Amen.
I think if you do that, that'll cut back on some of the transfers. And then the other thing is, I would move. I think you gotta either do one of two things. You've got to move the transfer portal post spring, and that's the only time. Or if you're going to keep it where it is, you cannot enter the portal. You cannot opt out of your bowl game. You have to play in your postseason game, unless you're injured.
I agree
So
1,000.
I think the only way you're really going to be able to enforce that, though, is to move the portal to post spring. The only problem with that is, guys leave post spring, then the guys coming in to replace them. And that's another thing we probably need to address with these players making all this money. At what point do we just say, all right, screw this? Everybody can practice as much as they want. Do we still have to limit practices? So if they transfer post spring, get them here in the summer, and you can practice all you want during the summer. I mean, it's getting to the point where there's so much money involved. One thing doesn't make sense with the other. It's like, oh, well, we're paying them $5 million a year, but they can only practice this much. Shut the hell up.
They're paid now.
At this point, they're employees. Get your ass out there and work.
And
Exactly.
Matt, let me ask you this though. You come from the era in the '90s, if I remember right. You were at 2-a-days, right? Back in
We were at 3-a-days, Dave.
3-a-days. Wow.
3-a-days. Now, I love talking about this. So if you don't mind, I'm going to just take a minute. Because, I get so irritated now with how little you can practice. And it's absurd to me. I think you can only have 3 2-a-days now. And I don't want to sound like some old boomer or something.
In my day.
I don't want to sound like that. But, here, I'll tell you guys, this was our schedule under Steve Logan. We had 2 weeks of 3-a-days, all right, with a weight room session in between. And in between all that stuff, you had film room. So you would get there around 6 a.m. and you would get home probably at 7, 8 o'clock at night. And let me tell you, man, there's no heat. I don't have to tell you guys. In my opinion, there's no heat like Eastern North Carolina heat. And 3-a-days, man, that is no joke. And it wasn't a joke. I can remember seeing guys lose 16 pounds in one day. And that is not an exaggeration. That is the truth. So it's just so different now. And I guess, Kyle, you were making the point, right? I mean, your point was that just you should be able to coach your program the way you want and not be beholden to the NCAA. Is that what you're saying? Or
yeah, as far as the amount of practices, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just let them go. If you move that transfer portal to post spring to say postseason,
That would be unfair, though.
Don't limit the amount of practices. That way, if you bring in a guy post spring, you can go ahead and put them to work if they can learn the offense or defense.
Mm-hmm. Kyle, were you taking a bite of chicken parm there?
I was eating a pecan actually.
Not a pecan, a pecan.
Eating a pecan actually.
It's pecan. Stevie.
Pecan.
Stevie. So for me, what about having similar, since everything is going NFL anyway with college football? I mean, would you have like the workouts, like for rookie workouts? Have workouts for in the springtime? Like what I'm saying is post spring football. So hear me out. That what to add to Kyle's point, would you have it where you NCAA wants to have their hands in something, so you say, okay, we're going to have workouts for these guys. We're going to work out these guys. Guys are coming from the transfer portal. They can practice X amount of time, but to me, I've never had a problem with. I'm from the old school like Matt. I think that I think with football, and I'm not a football player, Matt is. So, and Stevie, you can help me being the head coach. I believe that the more in tune you are to the program as far as plays is important, but just as important, you need to be in tremendous shape. I know I'm stating the obvious, but guys like Matt, I mean, they were like monsters because I believe they were in great shape. I know that they say they want to protect the players, but to me, I don't see how you can say you're protecting the players when you're not letting them play the game and getting used to that physicality and the cardio. And I'm sorry speaking out of turn, but I just feel like that the players would be in better shape in every way, as far as the plays, as far as the physicality and the strength and conditioning, the whole 9 yards.
Not just that. Familiarity with each other. One of the first years I coached, having them out there in the weight room in the summertime together. And one guy said, "Well, I can just lift weights at home." No, that's not the point. Yeah, it's nice that you're going to do that at home, but come out here and get familiar with your teammates. You don't just, one of the best teams I had, they came out here on their own. They came out in the summertime on their own, not days when we didn't have workouts. They came out on their own and ran plays. And come first day of football practice, we were ahead. We were ahead of the game because they already knew the system. They were in good shape. And we had, we were state champion runner up that year. So, I mean, it wasn't a coincidence that when you get them out there that early and come like August 1st is the first day we can have an official practice. So workouts in the summertime, they did that on their own. And then come August 1st, it was like a cakewalk. So I didn't have to spend a whole lot of time with them saying, you're out of shape. They were in good shape. So, yeah, getting them out there to do that, do all the reps, getting in shape, doing the off season, yeah, that's big.
Well, yeah, and you work with your strength coach a lot, but my thought is more if you move that portal to post spring, it'll say postseason, and if you don't limit practice time after that during the summer, where the coaches can work with them, then you can when you bring those guys in post spring, you can go ahead and put them to work, and I'm trying. The ultimate thought here I'm trying to think of to save postseason football because at this point the postseason is a disaster.
Well,
I think bowls will be gone in a couple of years, guys.
I agree. I think we're going to have a 2 playoff system: one for the group of 5, one for the Power 4. But we're group of 6. But we'll see. That's down the road.
Like I told you guys, I think that what we should do is, I think we should find. I've mentioned this twice before, now the third time. But I think we should look at merging with another conference and taking the best teams from each conference to make a super conference. And then, Kyle, wouldn't you be able to? You guys help me out.
No, there's no guarantees. But if you took the 8 in the Pac-12 and merged them with the 8 best from the American, you could certainly make an argument at that point that that's a power league, and you could certainly make an argument at that point that even if it doesn't get power status, that if they, initially change it, which is I think what they're going to do initially is change the language to one group of 6 champion, At that point, we'd be back to the group of 5 because you merged the American and the Pac-12 at least. The point is, even if it was still one representative, the champion of that conference would get it every year. How would it not?
Right. That's and also, Matt, there was talk of guys. There was talk about. I saw like an article. I can't remember if it was Sports Illustrated or whatever, but taking. They were saying that basically, Conference USA and the Sun Belt should merge to try to do the same thing to help.
That's not going to. No. The only thing, Conference USA, look, Liberty will be back up because they're going to start spending a lot of money. Besides that, Jacksonville State's a decent program, but what, Missouri, Delaware, Middle Tennessee? No, they're not going to do it. Conference USA overall is DOA, and the same with the MAC. That the Conference USA is not going to help the Sun Belt.
But don't you
I
think?
get what you're saying, consolidation. The league, less leagues, less. Yes, I get from that aspect. I get it, but essentially, it's still the same amount of teams.
I know. I think I think what we need to do is separate ourselves, and in every single way, meaning conference wise, meaning how much money we're giving our players, the whole 9 yards. So we do have a chance to compete because we're not much different right now, guys, than some of these teams in the Power Four that are just.
Well, and that's the problem. It ain't Oregon. It ain't Alabama. Right. It ain't LSU. It's not Michigan. It's that what pisses me off is that East Carolina and Memphis and Boise are sitting there and we're considered lesser than NC State and Wake Forest and Rutgers and Baylor and Iowa State. And I know they've been good in recent years, but these lower tier Power 4 schools, and a lot of them are rising too because of money. But that's what pisses me off is when you hear, well, NC State's a power school. And I'm just using them as an example because there's the obvious one for East Carolina fans. Give me a friggin' break.
Sorry, go ahead.
That's what pisses me off about that.
Let me tell you, this is going to infuriate you. So I do listen to sports radio a lot in like New Jersey and New York, and listening to a sports radio station this morning, and one of the broadcasters was talking about Rutgers, and Rutgers would do probably better than Tulane and JMU, and it's unfair that a Rutgers. And I'm thinking to myself, look, God, I wanted to call. I never really call those things, but I wanted to call. I wanted to say, look, you have number one, you have Big Ten money, all right, and we know that this comes down to buying a roster. And Rutgers, like, if you're a Rutgers fan, do you know how lucky you got to get into the Big Ten? You didn't earn it.
Nope.
You were never a good program. You got in for the sole reason that you're in terms of proximity to New York City, one of the largest, if not the largest TV market in the country. That's why you got in. You got lucky to get into the Big Ten. It wasn't because you were some great performer in other conferences and you just worked your way up the ladder. Nope. You got lucky. So, like, I hate hearing from some of these schools about, oh, we could do better than Tulane and JMU. Maybe
do better.
Do better than. You know what?
Exactly.
It's just everybody's got their own narrative.
Point out, by the way, Tulane, despite their performance, beat Northwestern out of the Big Ten, and they beat the ACC champion.
Duke.
They beat the ACC champion on the football field. So, shut the hell up with the Rutgers.
Hey, Matt, here's another one for you. How about Maryland? Maryland was an ACC school.
Nah, but they've got a tradition though. Maryland has a much richer tradition than Rutgers does. They have a national championship in basketball not that too long ago.
No, I don't
football.
But football, if you take away Ralph Region, they really haven't done much in the last.
Okay,
is that one guy, the one that hired Scotty Montgomery, still their head coach?
I think he just got let go this year.
Finally, God Almighty!
I think he got let go.
You will have to
Yeah.
look.
No, are you talking about? I can't think of
Came
his
from
name.
Alabama. Came from
Yeah.
Alabama.
He's still there. No, he's still there.
Jesus Christ!
He's absolutely still there.
What point are they going to fire him?
Hey, give East Carolina, give us Big Ten money for a few years.
No doubt. No doubt.
Give us Big 12 money.
Yeah. Hey, we'll be even. I mean, we were good this year, and we'll be even that much better.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of money, though, JMU got $4 million for being in the playoff, $3 million expenses. They get to keep the $3 million. $4 million, I'm sure they have to split with Sunbelt in some way. But do you think these Big Sky teams they're actually pretty darn good? Montana State, Montana, all those teams, North Dakota State, South Dakota. I wouldn't be surprised if they joined the Mountain West, just because they see what kind of money can be generated by just making it to the playoffs.
There's been some conversations.
I think it's going to happen. But here's the funny thing: JMU, Kyle, how long have they? This is their 5th year, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, and in 1972, I mean, it's not really that long ago, they lost to the Shepherd JV team 6-0. So I mean, it just shows you JMU is on like a meteoric. That's not a word.
I got JMU just came back to reality, and their AD retired, who was a coach whisperer, and now they just hired Billy Napier, and they'll be fine. But the days of dominating and going to playoffs and having special seasons, I got a feeling they're over. Get ready for some 8-4s, some 9-3s, and some 7-5s, and so I got a feeling JMU's about to meet reality. And when you've had a string of success, what you've been doing, and I know it's a different AD, but what you've been doing is hiring these FCS head coaches and bringing them in, and they've been working. Why would you change that formula? Why would you get away from what's been working and what's been from Mike Houston to homie at Indiana?
Yeah, Kurt Cignetti. Why would you not use him as an advisor? Pay him. Okay, you're retired.
Chesney.
Yeah, you're retired. But hey, how about you help us out with our?
Yes, use him as a advisor, and the formula. Go look who's the best. Hire the Mercer head coach like Toledo did, or something like that. It's just it's the formula that's been working. Don't change it. But I got a feeling JMU's about to meet reality. I don't think Napier's going to do a horrible job there, but I think it'll be.
Well, they'll have some money to spend too. But yeah, you're right, Kyle. I don't think they're going to. They're not going to.
They're going to be normal good.
Yeah.
So, guys, y'all want to talk Christmas? We've been going for an hour, and this is our Christmas.
Hey, can I close the football? Can I close with one more thing about football before we go?
No.
Ah, damn it.
No, we won't let you do that, Johnny.
No.
Okay, here we go. When Caton entered the portal, I don't think he really had an idea of how many quarterbacks he was going to be competing with. This is going berserk mode. Like, there are so many quarterbacks, and a lot of them are shockers. Bo Prabula at Missouri, Josh Hoover at TCU, Sam Levitt at Arizona State. I mean, there's at least Aiden Childs, who was the guy that was starting in front of Caton at Michigan State. He's in the portal. There's at least 12 guys that are probably thought of in higher regard than Caton Hauser.
Well, Caton could always just change his mind.
I know. That's where I'm heading, Kyle.
I wish he would go and do it now so he could play in the bowl game.
That's where I'm heading, Kyle. But, I initially, Dave, I told you asked me, where do you think Caton might end up? I said, well, I think Indiana would be a good fit. At this point, Indiana's off the freaking discussion table because there's just so many quarterbacks that would get more money than him that I don't know. I just don't know where he's going to end up, but I don't think he planned on this happening. That's my closing statement on football.
Well, that's
Florida. I'm sorry, Dave. We talked to you. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to ask you that very thing, Matt, is that you've made the point. I was giving you credit because you've made the point so many times that, speaking of guys getting bad advice, you have the right to leave a school, but that doesn't mean that you're going to be picked up. So you have
he'll be picked up, but I don't think he's going to make the money.
Well, that's
he'll make more money than he was going to make here, but I don't think he's going to get. maybe he'll get the 3 or 4 million he wanted, but I think he's going to probably be more around that 2 million range. Which, is that worth it? Because we were offering him 1.5, 1.2 to 1.5, depending on who you believe.
Yeah. I
Matt,
don't think he gets 2 million at this point.
I imagine he gets 2 million. I think pretty much any experienced quarterback going to a Power 4 school is going to get 2 million. But it's I don't know. Like I say, Caden, you can always is it too late to play in the bowl game? Could he decide tonight? Could he be listening to this podcast?
You know what plan B, a good plan B would be, excuse me, is Drew Mestamaker just, okay, we're going to pay you stupid money and come be with your OC. And he already knows, the rich tradition of East Carolina.
Yeah,
So,
he's going to Okie State.
I don't think he is. I don't
Matt.
think he is.
I was
Okay.
gonna ask, I have a question for all of you, and Stevie chime in too. All right, if you knew that you could get a quarterback, like we're talking about there's a lot of big quarterbacks out there. Would you pay like ridiculous? Like, I mean, I know 1.5 is ridiculous for East Carolina. Is there a number that you would say if we could get so and so?
I don't think. I think we would have offered JD, or I think we would have offered Hauser more if we were going to pay more. So I think we can only offer so much because we got other positions that need filled.
That's the thing. That's just like, excuse me, Kyle. It's just like in the NFL. You look at, especially right now, the Dallas Cowboys. They paid Dak all that money, and you gave CeeDee Lamb a bunch of money. You got so much money wrapped up in 2 players, and you're going to be like $38 million in
The cap?
over cap space. You don't have any cap space. $38 million over.
Over the cap?
You spend it, yes, and you spend it on two players mainly. So,
I knew that they had overspent on those 2 players, but I didn't know the amount they were over the cap.
And you look at the stuff around you. They've got definite needs around them, and they don't have the money to pay them for. So that's just like here. I'm not going to go out and pay an insane amount of money for a quarterback if I don't have it, and neglect my other positions there. I'd rather have So let's say you pay an insane amount of money for a quarterback, and your wide receiver room is
you don't have an O-line to block for him.
Exactly. You don't have the offensive line to block. What good's that quarterback? You don't.
Then you
have
do what Ruff did.
You
do what Ruff did at Texas Tech. You do wide splits on the offensive line, and you get rid of the ball quick. But no, that I was just going to say, no, we're not going to be doing that. But as far as Jordan Davis goes, I mean, there's a lot to be said that Mestamaker had ridiculous numbers. I mean, Chandler Morris was good. Chandler Rogers was good.
Why don't you think he's going to go to Oklahoma State?
Well, I mean, because he has. I mean, I'm not saying he's not going. I'm just saying I don't think it's. You're saying why won't he follow the head coach? I'm saying why won't he follow his OC?
He's also got his quarterbacks coach, who's now the OC at Oklahoma State.
That's okay. I mean, let me dream, Kyle. Anyhow,
you can dream all you want.
Hold on, I'm just talking about what Jordan Davis has done. I mean,
the numbers I've seen Mestamaker and rumored to get is around $4 million. It ain't happening.
Well, here's my point. My point
I don't think he's getting that much.
We got to be to put ourselves, Matt, in a position. I was talking about this for every single year. I was talking to one of my mentor, and we're going to have him on the show at some point to be like a guest host. It'll be fun. But anyway, that's a whole other show, as they say. But for me, we're going to have to raise, and the fans think I'm crazy, $20 million a year, every year. If not, we're not going to be able to compete at the level that we expect to compete at. It's not that Dave is delusional, Dave is crazy, all that. That's what, the amount we need every single year. And to Kyle's point, he said before, at what point are we going to have the fans fatigue? Because, we have Pirates Unite right now. You have season tickets right now. You have NIL. You have, obviously, the Pirate Club, the actual fund itself that you have to – there's 4 buckets of money right now if you're a Pirate fan that you potentially, like myself, that I'm giving to. So at what point, does it break? But if we're going to be serious about football, we're going to have to raise that amount every single year, or we're going to have to drop down a level. I've heard some fans say that. It's true. We're going to have to drop down to FCS.
Oh, we're not going to drop down to
No,
FCS.
Dave.
No,
No.
You blow the comment there when you say that. I mean, God Almighty. You look at the schools in the MAC and
talking
Conference
about we're gonna
USA
be
and the
relevant.
Sun Belt. They can't touch half of what we're doing. We're not
We're
going to
gonna
drop
be
to FCS.
Well,
No,
I just want to know how much we have to spend this year. I mean,
No kidding, Matt.
I think the administration is making a fundamental mistake here. And I know there's other thoughts on that, why you wouldn't want that number public. But I think for me, the positive benefits outweigh the negative. And I care less about
I
what other
guarantee you the
schools-
positive benefits outweigh the negative, Matt. And I'll tell you, here's why. Because if we offer you $100,000 and these some bitches offer you $300,000, then them knowing how much we can offer you is not going to make a difference. I mean, it's so stupid. If I'm offering you as an individual more money than the other place is, then what does it matter if you know what our budget is? What the hell does it matter? I guarantee you we know this. Florida's got more money than us. Now, does South Florida have more money than us? Yes. How much more? Who knows? But what does it matter? If they want one of our players and they can offer them more than what we can offer them, it's so stupid. When you really break it down, people are overthinking something that is so simple. If I know we have $8 million and South Florida's example. South Florida's got 16 million. What does it matter if we have 8 or 12? South Florida knows they have more money than us. They know they have more money to offer our players than us. So us actually having that number public, you know what they could do is release a rough. If they don't want to release an exact number, they could say we don't want to release the exact number, but on the low side we have 8 million, on the high side we have 13 million. It's somewhere in that range.
Mhm.
And our goal is 20 million, so we need to keep raising. So they could do something
You're
like
agreeing
that.
with me, right?
Yeah. Initially, I didn't know, but yeah, he's
I'm
agreeing.
agreeing with you 100%.
Yeah, he's agreeing.
No, you sound like the I can't think of his name. Stevie, help me out. The old man darling on Andy Griffith when Barney was going off.
Yeah.
Was he with me or he again me? No, he's agreeing with you. But yeah, I'm agreeing with you. Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
I
I just
must
don't
have
see
got
why.
lost in translation in my rant there.
It was a good rant. I thought it was a really good rant, and
Got you riled up.
I'm fine with a range. If you want to do a range like that, I'm fine with it.
Let's let this Matt. All right, Matt.
We don't know. Like we've heard some people say we have. Like, all right, I'll just give it. I've heard people say we have 4 million, and then on the other side, I've heard people say we have like 11. I'm guessing it's somewhere in the middle, Stevie. I mean, what do you think? I don't know.
I'll tell you what it is. I'll tell you what it is. The truth is, we probably have 11 million for all sports.
That's correct. But
and then how much of that would go to
whatever? If it's true, 70 to 80% goes to football. Do the math. What's the low end? What's 70% of 11 million, JR?
Oh boy, 7.7 million, I would say.
Good Lord.
Alexa, what's 70% of 11 million?
7.7 million is what I'm going to guess. I don't know.
I love how Alexa is like Kyle's personal assistant.
You got it exactly right, JR.
I'm good.
That's why
That's my thing. I'm good with numbers.
He's Johnny Stats. What do you expect from him?
I expect him to be a banker or go count cards or something.
I know, no doubt.
Definitely time
I'm
for
wasting my
Wapner.
talents.
No.
Definitely time for Wapner.
No, but Matt, let me ask you this. So, like,
Bam, 99X, the future of rock and roll.
Matt, let's say that we have the number that I'm talking about, the $20 million. Let's say that finally the administration and it really encourages our fan base to give and give and give and give, like rev share, right? We have the 20 million in the Athletic Excellence Fund and the purple. What is it, Kyle? The Purple Gold
Purple
Society?
and Gold Society.
Yeah, where you give. This is Matt Semenza money. What you do is you say 25 was 25 grand. You get $5,000 a year for 5 years. That's the entry level for the Purple and Gold Society. But if you have let's say hypothetically, I have the 20 million. You are the general manager, Matt. I'm gonna make you general manager for the Pirates, and you have the 20 million. How much would you offer a quarterback? We need the quarterback. We need the quarterback. I'm not saying, don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying spend everything you have on the quarterback and you have nothing left for the team, because that's the ultimate disaster.
If you have 20 million, then I would go as high as 4 to 5 million on a quarterback.
Exactly. Exactly what I'm thinking.
Now you see where I'm going. Now you see where I'm going is that we're going to have that number, because we saw after 2023 how important it is to have a quarterback. We talked about, not that that's the only position on the field, but it starts with that. But what do you guys think?
Well, we
Dave,
need it, but we don't have it right now. So we're talking about
Yeah.
something we don't have right now. So there's no point in talking about it.
Well, I will say this,
We
though,
need to get
Kyle.
there.
I know we don't have it.
In this offense, quarterback's a little bit more important than it might be in other offenses. That's what I'm going to say.
I agree, and I disagree. I think this is an easy offense to be quarterback in. But it is important to have a good one. There's plenty of good ones out there. Western Carolina's Mercer's quarterback. There's plenty of good ones from the FCS level we can get. I think we'll be fine. I think you can get a damn good quarterback between $1 million and $2 million. I think we'll be just fine, and we just need to make the right choice.
What do you think, Stevie?
Yeah, I think we'll be fine. I mean, I'm like Kyle. We can find a quarterback easy, and just like JR said, how many quarterbacks do you think are in the portal right now, JR?
I've counted 18, but see the lower level ones, they're not even announcing because they know nobody cares. I want to say they don't care, but the only people really announcing are the higher level quarterbacks. So I would say there's 18 higher level quarterbacks. So there's probably 30 quarterbacks that are probably intending on entering the portal right now. And that number's going to grow, definitely.
And how many schools actually need a quarterback?
I mean, everybody needs a quarterback, except for, Texas doesn't need one, obviously. It depends on who's going to go where. That's the thing.
The group of 5 and I'd love to get on our Christmas topics eventually.
We have to do that.
Kyle's fired up for Christmas, man.
Well, I mean, we're just repeating the same shit we've been repeating for weeks.
Okay, let's move on then.
At the group of 5 level, with the offense we run and the numbers that our offense put up and the numbers that North Texas offense put up, and the system that's going to be ran here, I would think of the group of 5 quarterback positions that are available in the portal, and you're going to come here and you're going to start because we don't have a starter. I think our position will be very desired. I think a lot of the top FCS quarterbacks will be looking at us. I think we're going to have the opportunity to get some backups of some Power 4 schools. I think there's some G5 guys that we would definitely have a chance to get. I think we'll be fine. My guess is we'll bring in, if I had to guess, if you put a gun in my head, I think we will bring in I'd like us to bring in a solidified FCS starter that would put up big numbers. If not, then I would bring in a couple of Power 5 backups and maybe the UTEP quarterback who put up decent numbers in limited starts, played a similar system. He had no talent around him. But I really like that Western Carolina quarterback. He's somebody that I've heard maybe he might get a Power 4 opportunity, but I don't think so. Not with all the other. Well, look at all the other guys in the portal.
Yeah, and I forgot about a bunch of guys that are in there. I mean, there's no shortage. Even Notre Dame's backup quarterback is getting a lot of interest. Georgia Tech's backup quarterback, Aaron Philo, he's getting a lot of interest. He's probably going to go to Florida, I would imagine, to be with Buster Faulkner. But Dylan Raiola at Nebraska, it's Sorsby at Cincinnati. It's like crazy how many quarterbacks are in the portal.
I bet we could do a whole show. We could do a whole show, I'm sure, on and Matt, maybe we can do that in January after the season's done. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, that would be definitely, for not next Sunday because that'll be reviewing the bowl game, but for the following Sunday,
right,
looking at breaking down portal quarterback possibility, because that's what we'll really be getting into at that point, because we'll be signing one at least by the 17th.
Hey, man, I want to ask you a quick question with the quarterbacks.
Yeah,
Rocco Becht, he's in there. He's in the portal. You're a Penn State guy. You think you want him? How could you not?
Absolutely. Yeah.
You'd take him over Bo Perbula, wouldn't you?
Wait, which name? Who's the other one?
Bo Perbula played at Penn State. Then he went to Missouri. Because Drew Aller was the starter. So Perbula wanted to play. He went to Missouri. Now Perbula's in the portal, but so is So
from what I hear, JR, and from what I who knows what I hear. I don't even pretend to be some kind of insider or somebody, but like from what I hear, it's a done deal.
Oh, with Rocco Becht?
Yeah.
Great fit, I think. That's awesome.
Yeah. He's tough. He's a gritty player, man. I think he'll do well there.
All right. We're going to go ahead now to we're going to find out how Kyle saved the bowl game, but we'll find that out after the bowl game. He'll tell us all that, his secret sauce. So Kyle saved the bowl game. We'll find out about that. But in the meantime, we're going to transfer now. We're going to shift gears to how Ernest saved Christmas. We'll have we've got that coming up. Our definitely our staff film critic Matt Semenza is going to tell us about how much he loved, or maybe not so much, Ernest Saved Christmas. We have our 5 top Christmas songs, our 5 top movies, your traditions. We have and at the end of the show, this is the giving time of year. I'm a giving person. I know Matt is, Stevie, and Johnny. We have something special, a gift for our listeners, and we'll do that at the very end of the show. So I'm really excited about that.
1 year membership of the Jelly of the Month Club.
Hey, Dave, I also have, although it's very short, I have an Ernest Saves Christmas review as well, because I did follow through.
All right, well, let's start it. Let's start it here. Let's go ahead and start.
JR, yeah, JR, you kick it off, and then I can steal.
Oh no! Well, the only good thing about
wait. Well, we're assuming that the same people that are listening to the last few episodes. Okay, so let's tell the story of why we're reviewing Ernest Saves Christmas. All right, so Ernest Saves Christmas is one of my top 5 Christmas movies of all time. Matt thinks that's hysterical. He's never seen it. JR apparently has never seen it. Matt always gives me crap about it. So they both decided to watch Ernest Saves Christmas because they want to see. Matt finalist had it as one of the worst Christmas movies of all time. Which is
Rotten Tomatoes had it up there. That's what.
Well, Rotten Tomatoes can kiss my rotten ass.
Nobody will kiss your rotten ass.
That's why they're reviewing Ernest Saves Christmas. So, all right, JR, go ahead with your thoughts.
All right, this one's a short one, but I'll be honest. I figured I'm going to check out the first 10 minutes and. I might bail out and not watch the rest if I think that it's just completely ridiculous. So after 10 minutes, I said, hey, you know what? It's definitely not deserving to be in the worst Christmas movies of all time list. And I've seen enough that's interesting that I'm going to stick with it for a while. So I watched the whole thing, and there were a lot of bowl games on while I'm watching this thing. And it dawned on me that Ernest Saves Christmas was better viewing than most of the bowl games were, to be completely honest with you.
Hopefully the NCAA is listening.
And that is the truth. I mean, normally there's 0% chance I'm watching Ernest instead of a bowl game, but I did because it was more interesting. So, I said, well, okay, so I'm going to say that Ernest is like the Independence Bowl of college football.
Kenny Carolina, you're full of crap. If you think, well, hold on, JR. If you think Ernest is the worst Christmas movie ever, then that means you genuinely love Hallmark movies. Okay, that means you're saying Hallmark Christmas movies are better than that. But go ahead, JR.
Okay, I'm just going to say, it reminded me of the Independence Bowls. Not glamorous, not heavily marketed. Production wise, it's modest at best. The plot's pretty straightforward, and the star power, pretty much very regional. This movie didn't have a lot of stars in it, and normally the Independence Bowl, there's nobody in there that's going to win the Heisman Trophy, and in Ernest Saves Christmas, nobody's winning the, Golden Globe or whatever you want to say. So I felt like. The Independence Bowl is not one that I circle on the calendar that I have to watch, but normally I check it out because it's intriguing. And Ernest is like a good Sun Belt or Conference USA 7-5 team that they show up prepared. They run the same plays they always run. They keep it close with sheer effort, and heart. And like Barney, I feel like his comedic style, if you will, is kind of like the triple option of Christmas comedy. It's simple, it's repetitive, but I mean, surprisingly, it's effective. I kept watching it, and there were some like completely ridiculous attempts at special effects. The sleigh thing,
1988.
I know, but they went too far with some of the stuff. But you know what? There was enough big plays that I was like, okay, I'm going to keep watching, and I did enjoy it. I'm trying to put into words what exactly I enjoyed about it the most. I felt like I loved the Santa. He was an excellent choice. That guy made me feel like Christmas. He was really good. There was a lot of the opening, Kyle, the opening to the movie, just the credits and the old Coca-Cola ads and the vintage Santa Clauses and Christmas scenes. It got me stirred up right from the start, just from the introduction. And then the movie, I felt like it was definitely putting me in the Christmas
doesn't like
spirit.
Pee-wee Big Adventure. I always liked Kenny Carlin. Thought he was.
What's wrong with you? Pee-wee's Big Adventure is great.
Exactly.
Big Adventure. Pee-wee's
Right.
Big Adventure is one of the best movies ever.
But that's not a Christmas movie.
No, it's
Yeah,
not.
but Kenny was comparing Ernest to Pee-wee.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay. So, in closing, I will say that I did enjoy it. I don't understand why Santa got arrested. Can you clear that for me, Kyle? I'm not sure what the charges were. Why was he in jail?
It was. Well, that's a good question. Actually, and that's a bit of it could be for passing counterfeit funds because he did give Ernest
Monopoly
fake
money?
Yeah,
fake
and
money.
he refused to say who he was. I think he was more being held to try to identify him. But the genius of Ernest P. Worrell playing the assistant to the governor with Harmony Starr, aka Pamela, playing the governor's niece, was just utter genius. It's just
No,
a genius.
I
It's the
agree.
genius of Ernest.
I agree. And then the other thing I didn't understand was when he had Santa Claus in the pickup with him, the Ford F-150, which that was pretty cool just watching that thing. I remember when there were a lot of them on the road. Anyhow, he went in the back of Santa was going in the back of the truck. And he said, no, don't do that. And then there were snakes back there. And then in one of the pictures, like he had snakes coming out of his face and stuff. I that lost me too. I'm not sure what happened there.
Okay. You missed a key little scene. So when he's going into the horror movie set, he's got the paws and snakes, which is just nothing but stuff underneath a thing. And
Yeah, right. There were no snakes.
All right, so Ernest is standing beside the truck while Santa is in the movie studio, and people come by with the actual poison snakes for the horror movie. And they go, "Hey, you're the snake handler," and he goes, "Oh, yeah." And they dump all the poison snakes in the back of the truck.
I missed that somehow.
Yes, and so yeah, that's what that is. And he says, "No, you better ride up here with me." And then they go dump the snakes. So yes, you missed that brief little scene. It's literally about a 45-minute scene, and you just happen to miss it.
Okay, and then I'm going to close with some stats, some Ernest Christmas stats.
Stats.
JR, you should be like, like the next Siskel, the next Gene Siskel.
Please, no, I'm not deserving of those accolades. Anyhow, Harmony, who I thought was a very good choice.
No, her real name, by the way, I believe is Noelle. Oddly enough.
Yeah, it is. But I mean, I'm just referring to her.
She was fantastic. She's a very good.
I thought she was. She helped make the movie.
I don't know what happened to her the rest of her career, but she was excellent in that movie.
Yeah, she was. And here's my stat for her. She was born on Christmas Day. She was born on Christmas Day. Come on.
Interesting.
Christmas Day.
Yeah, she was. She was born in 71. The movie was 88. So,
She's very.
she was
I don't know how
17.
she was as a person, but she comes across, even when she's kind of snotty at times, she comes across as very likable in the movie.
Oh, I thought so too. The interesting, like, jewelry in the hair too. I'd never seen anyone pull that off
Yeah, but
before.
if you thought about this aspect of it, Ernest, just takes the 17-year-old girl home with him, and she's sleeping in his house, and then he has her dress up. Then he has her dress
No
up,
red flags.
and then he has her dress up in a schoolgirl outfit.
Oh God.
Okay, yeah, I get you, Kyle. I was thinking about that too. Okay, so the other facts for that movie is
There's a line, by the way, when they're in the prison, and I don't know if you call it this, JR, but so Ernest goes in and he's playing the governor's assistant, and Harmony Starr is playing the governor's niece in this situation, and he looks over at the sheriff and looks back at the niece and goes, "This is a pet project for Governor Jenkins, if you know what I mean."
yeah, I do remember that.
That
Yeah,
was a little innuendoist, but
and then I will just unfortunately 2025 was a very rough year on the cast of Ernest Saves Christmas. We lost Chuck and Bobby, the two
oh God, yeah, from
freight
Yeehaw.
handlers for the aircraft.
Yeah, they're
we
from
lost
Yeehaw.
both of them. And we lost Thisbe, the one of the elves. Patty, I think her name was Patty Maloney.
Yeah.
You're an angry little elf.
Yeah, so all three of them, we lost all of them this season. So there's very few members of that cast even still among us. One of them is the girl that played Harmony. She's still thriving.
We knew Kevin had good taste. All right, JR, by the way, that above and beyond with the going on the cast members, finding out they passed away this year, JR goes above and beyond with the information. JR is a facts person. Very nicely done, JR. I give your reviews 2 thumbs up.
Very nicely
Thank
done.
you, Kyle. I respect that.
Absolutely.
I'm dying to know. I've been waiting all week because Matt Simenzo for 2 or 3 years now. We're like, he's like, Ernest Saves Christmas. And so I'm dying to know, Matt. I'm going to give you the floor. How was Ernest Saves Christmas? Take it away, bro.
All right. Well, thank you for that introduction, Dave. So first of all, let me just say Kenny Curling's coming in hot with just destroying Ernest. I mean, that was fun. We're gonna need strong opinions tonight, especially when we get into worst Christmas songs of all time. So Kenny and Kevin and everybody else, keep the opinions coming. 2025, you mentioned really quick before I get into Ernest. It was another movie related. I was watching the original Terminator yesterday. The original. Do you know what year in the future that takes place?
2025.
Yeah, he's John. Yeah. He's John Connor's father.
John Connor. Where's John Connor?
Dang.
Yeah. So anyway,
Sarah Connor.
That makes you feel old, right? But all right, Ernest. All right. So here's the thing, right? I am not above a good B-rated comedy, and that's kind of where I see this movie. Like, I'll watch B-rated horror movies all day long, comedies. Is it like a classic great movie? No, but if it's the type of movie where, like, if I was just hanging around tonight, if it was on TNT or AMC and it was on, I would watch it again. So it is entertaining. I think Varney does a very good job. I also thought about, like, some of the things in that movie, like if you tried to pull it off in current times, they wouldn't allow that anymore in Hollywood, which was kind of interesting to watch. But
what parts are you talking about?
Like with how he basically brings the girl in to live into his house.
Yeah, and then dresses her up in a schoolgirl outfit and all that.
Yeah, like, it's just funny. But that was like in the 80s, like all that stuff was like, so you think back to like the movie 16 Candles, and that stuff was like just the things in some of those movies you just couldn't pull off anymore. But
Blazing Saddles.
Oh, Blazing Saddles.
I'll give you another really good example of things you couldn't do in movies anymore, or wouldn't do in movies anymore. We'll come back to it, but finish your review of Ernest Saves Christmas.
So basically, I'll sum it up with this. If it was way better than I expected. I did enjoy it. Had some funny parts. Like I said, if it was on like TV and I was just at home, I would probably watch it again. But I think you nailed it, Kyle. One of the reasons why we like Christmas movies it's the ones that we watched when we were kids.
Eyes of nostalgia. Yes.
Right. So it's like a nostalgia thing. So you watched it a lot when you were a kid. So I get it. So, for you, it's like,
Think about watching that movie at 8 years old, 9 years old, with like how hysterically you would have laughed at like Ernest backing up in traffic, when he goes to get the Christmas tree and, stay calm, Tannenbaum, and, he's backing the car up and just little stuff like that. Or, when the box falls on the skinny guy of the two guys
Bob.
handling freight,
Bob, I think.
Bob, yeah. So just stuff like that. Yeah, but go ahead, Matt.
Yeah, so altogether, all in all, way better than I thought. Far miles from being the worst, like we saw on that list. And Varney was funny, definitely some funny parts. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I would say it's a solid, like B rate. Is that the right word? B rate.
Yeah.
Movie, which I enjoy those kind of movies. I love serious movies too, but I'll watch those all day long. So it was good. Altogether, it was good.
I'm going to tell you guys about something. I want you to watch it again. Watch the movie and think of Looney Tunes cartoons and Ernest being a cartoon. Watch the faces he makes. Watch the slapstick he does. Think about like the box falling on Bob, the little skinny guy, and then he's stuck to the back of the box. That's classic Roadrunner, Wile E. Coyote stuff. He think about the faces Ernest makes, like when he goes and stuff like it's very slapstick. When he goes to Vern's house and he destroys Vern's house, he's like the Tasmanian devil going in there. Go back and watch it and think of Looney Tunes and think of Ernest being a human cartoon, and I think you guys will appreciate it even more.
Good point, Kyle. But I'm not watching it twice. I watched it once. I liked it.
It never gets old. It always stays new.
Hey, did he kill the guy? Did Ernest actually kill the guy that he picked up in the taxi when he backed up for the Christmas tree?
No, he didn't kill the guy.
He was still living. Okay, it looked like he was like maybe rigor mortis.
He was zombified. He was scared.
Okay, so.
Matt, we're starting an Ernest podcast very soon.
Hey, final thought. One thing that I thought was cool. They did a nice little thing at the end where I don't know if I've seen this in other Christmas movies, but essentially like the whole point was the Santa Claus was like prepping. He was like ready to retire. He was getting older,
right, yes.
Trying to find a new. So a nice little twist at the end was they hook him up, with
Mary.
Yeah. The old lady, yes.
So now he retires. He's got a nice little girlfriend. Good for Santa Claus.
Great pickup, Matt. Great.
Does anybody remember Santa Claus's name in that movie? His real name?
Kyle, I wrote it down, but it's downstairs. I can run down there and get it. But yes, thank you. I wrote it down because I was like, this is interesting.
Yeah, okay. Not Chris Kringle, Seth Applegate.
All right.
Yeah.
So great.
Well, so I'm glad you guys both enjoyed Ernest. I told you would. And Ernest Saves Christmas is in my top 5. And I understand why it's not in everybody's, but everybody didn't grow up watching it.
Okay. Now, Kyle, you did not watch Trading Places, though, correct?
No, I watched Mean Girls instead.
Oh, my God. You got to be kidding me. Trading Places is one of the best movies from the 1980s, hands down. Absolutely.
No doubt. When Santa pulls that loaf of bread out of his beard. Remember that?
What about the fish?
Oh, yeah.
Is Trading Places a Christmas movie?
Well, not technically, but it takes place at Christmas time. So it's enough Christmas content to make you get in the spirit.
Well, I'm gonna say one line, and this makes this next movie a Christmas movie. Now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho.
That would be Die Hard. Not the Homie Towers.
Yeah, there's a big debate about that one.
Waiting for Kyle.
Die Hard is one of my favorite movies of all time.
It's not a Christmas movie.
Not Christmas.
It's not a Christmas movie.
That's the category like we talked about. It takes place around the holidays, but it's not a holiday, but it's not a Christmas movie. Who wants to start first? We have, for people joining us, we've been teasing this for at least a week or more, of the top Christmas songs, your top 5, and your top 5 holiday movies, Christmas movies. And I'm going to surprise you on my Christmas songs. I won't surprise you in my movies, but
You're asking somebody to start?
You want to start with? Can we start with worst? Worst.
Yeah,
Five.
that's what I thought we do it worse.
yeah, go worst. Yeah, that's fine.
Stevie, you've been kind of quiet. You want to kick it off?
Yeah, I'm gonna go back in the '80s. Worst Christmas song.
Shut
And
up,
this was
Stevie. Shut the hell up, Stevie.
what?
You're gonna go with Christmas rapping?
No, I'm not gonna
Oh.
go with that song. I'm not gonna
Okay,
go with
all
that
right.
song. Yet. This is even worse. Believe it or not. New Kids on the Block have a funky Christmas.
I know what you're talking
We
about.
can all agree on that. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Get that out of here. Yeah.
Have a funky Christmas. Yeah. I know Matt was probably a New Kids on the Block fan back in the day.
Yeah, I could tell that fits his.
Hey, weren't they around you though, Matt? Well, they were from Boston, I
I
think.
think they were from Boston. I don't know,
Yeah,
but that song is
Boston.
horrendous. Is that your
Yeah,
top?
the other. You want me to name the other one?
That's
Kyle?
one of his top Christmas songs, man.
Yeah. What's another one you hate, Stevie?
The Waitress's song.
Oh,
Christmas
shut up.
rapping by the Waitresses is an awesome song.
Kyle likes
It's
that.
just
I
a
love
woman
that song.
talking.
That's one of my
It's just a
favorites.
woman talking. I just went to the store, blah blah blah, do la la. I'm like, God, no.
Merry Christmas, but I think I'll miss this one this year. It's a great song. It's very 80s, so
Horrible.
catchy. Love it.
Horrible.
That
Bah
has,
humbug,
with you,
that's this
Stevie.
song because it's my favorite holiday. It's a great song.
all right, go ahead, Stevie.
Oh, I just said it. That Waitress's song, whatever the name is.
It's
Merry
called Christmas
Christmas.
rapping. It's called Christmas
Christmas rapping. Yeah, that's it. Ugh.
I love that song they did non-Christmas, which was "I Know What Boys Like." I know what
Yeah,
boys.
it's a great
I
song.
hated that song too.
Same vibe. I like it too. I like it too, Dave.
Yeah,
Gosh,
it's called New Wave, Stevie. It's New Wave.
I was not new wave then. I was old wave.
Microwave. Would you?
Tidal wave.
All right, do you want to do your worst movies or?
Do I want?
So all right. So let's stick with worst.
Let's
Christmas
everybody
songs.
do their songs.
Yes. All right. So worst Christmas songs. God, I didn't even think about this very much. There's so many bad Christmas songs. I just turn them off if I don't like them. So there's not any like that. Just I can't stand because I just don't listen to them.
Yep.
So it's almost a moot point to me. I can tell you a few that Jingle Bell Rock is one that I'm just, as a kid, I loved it, and I'm not a fan of hearing it as an adult.
Oh, shut up. Brenda Lee. You talking about Brenda Lee?
Any version of Jingle Bell Rock.
Bobby Helm.
Just tired of it. The 12 Days of Christmas is one that's really annoying. A very classic song, but does anybody really like the 12 Days? On the first day
I love
of
it.
Christmas? No, you don't. Nobody likes that song.
I love it, man. It's great. Dominic, I love Dominic the Ducky too.
That's a fun one. Dominic.
Well, everybody loves Dominic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun.
You were picking on that earlier today too.
Yeah,
You need
because it's fun to
stop
pick on. I really don't have a Christmas songs that I hate because I just don't listen to them if I don't like.
How about this classic, Kyle? Bon Jovi, Backdoor Santa.
I don't know that song.
Let's move on.
Matt, I'm gonna just bow out. I'll come back to my favorite Christmas songs, but let's move on to Matt's least favorite Christmas songs.
All right, this is my favorite category of the show, by the way. So all right, because some of these songs are so bad. It's like it's amazing to me that they ever got through a studio and released to the public. But all right, so I'm going to start with number 5 worst Christmas song ever made, and that is going to be "Please Daddy Don't Get Drunk for Christmas" by John Denver. All right,
I don't know that song.
so
I have heard of that song too. Kyle, we talked about this last year.
let's just think of the title of this song for a second. "Please Daddy Don't Get Drunk for Christmas." That's what we're talking about here. Alan Jackson did a version. It was actually pretty good. But the John Denver version is an abomination.
Things I did not expect to hear Matt Simmons to say tonight. Alan Jackson did a version, and it was pretty good.
It was pretty. It is. If you listen to both like side by side, and you'll see what I'm saying. Number 4, I gotta agree with Stevie. I have NKOTB with a funky Christmas. Just a disaster of a song. All right, completely embarrassing.
Yes.
The third worst Christmas song ever made is Wham! Last Christmas.
Oh,
Why?
I want to
Yeah.
gouge my eyes out.
I gave
you
you
my
my
heart, but
Did you have a bad experience with that song or something? Christmas, a girl broke up with you, and you were like,
once bit,
It was
twice shy.
it's on. Go into any store around this time. That's all they play is that stupid song.
no. Let me tell you this, guys, and I'm sorry to interrupt you, Matt. My boss at work decided one year, we were going to play, every year starting December 1st, we play all Christmas music. Well, instead of getting serious radio, he decided he was going to play a CD with 18 songs the whole freaking month. And one of them wasn't even about Christmas. One of them was about a damn crab shack. And I don't know where that came up there. And by the December 25th, I was like, please get me out of this Christmas song hell. Because I knew all these songs would come on. I'm like cringing every time. I'm like, God. But yeah, go ahead, Matt.
Yeah. And the comments are funny as hell too. Kevin, Last Christmas is horrible. Agreed, Kevin. So number 2, worst, maybe not forget Christmas, maybe the worst song ever made, and that's going to be coming in at number 2, Band-Aid with "Do They Know It's Christmas Time."
The world.
You'll be happy to know Waylon Jennings walked down on the recording of that song.
No, that was you. That was not that one, Kyle. That was USA. That was "We Are the World."
Okay, same difference.
And the one he's talking about is the British version.
So, yeah.
Okay.
This
Yeah.
this is before "We Are the World."
from the Boomtown Rats.
Yeah, they had like George Michael and all the British.
Yeah, I know the song.
Let me just tell you guys.
Waylon Jennings was the one on "We Are the World."
Yeah.
When I was in 6th grade,
the world, let them know it's Christmas time.
when I was in 6th grade, one of the reasons why I hate the song, besides the fact that it's awful, you were forced to do chorus in like middle.
You had to sing this song.
And we had this teacher that he was just like over the top, just wanted to sing. And so I would stand in the back row. I refused to sing it. And so the teacher sent me to see the principal one day because I refused to sing that song.
Oh my God.
So it's twofold. It's awful. But all right, number 1 worst.
I know it's
worst. When I'm in the car driving and it comes on, I want to drive off the road into a bridge embankment. I want to like put on headphones so I never have to hear it again. And it is. Are you ready for this?
We're ready.
Wonderful Christmas Time by Paul McCartney. Kill me.
Simply having a wonderful
Christmas time.
Kill me.
The bells are.
I mean, that song is an embarrassment to humanity.
I'm trying not to laugh like that.
You're hit tag on YouTube now.
No, Facebook, YouTube will allow it. Turn it off. We're going to get copyrighted.
I feel like I'm going to throw up right now just from hearing that.
I just want to get Matt's reaction. I know he hates this song so much.
God, that song sucks.
I know I'm going to hear it before the end of the holidays, and when I do, I definitely think of you, Matt, and hopefully not think of you driving off the road.
I don't like. I'll tell you one I don't like. That is Anne Murray. We're from Pennsylvania. They're driving down to Dixie sunny shores. From Atlantic to Pacific, yeah, no place like home for the holidays. Now you would.
No place like home.
It's Perry Coco. It's original.
Yeah, I just think of Anne Murray's version and her looking like a dude.
Okay.
Yeah, she did.
Do you guys have any objections to that 5 worst songs ever?
I'm going to endorse them so we can move on. I'm endorsing Matt's. Yeah, I'm endorsing Matt's choices and co-signing with them.
Here's what I
didn't just like Last Christmas. Last Christmas.
I love Last Christmas, but but I understand why you go with the Wonderful Christmas Time, and here's why. You think about Paul McCartney and John Lennon, two of the best songwriters of all time, and you think that's where you got me thinking, Matt, on this one, where it's not that I think it's a bad song. I think it's mediocre at best for Wonderful Christmas Time. But you think about these are the you wrote Hey Jude. I mean, I could start naming all the Paul McCartney songs he wrote. And it's definitely, if I put it in that context, it's probably the worst Paul McCartney song he ever wrote. I will give you that. I do listen to it, but compared to his catalog of songs, it would have to be towards the bottom, if not the worst Paul McCartney song.
Dave, do you have a top 5 worst or a couple that you don't like?
Not really. I think it's not that I don't like the songs, it's the overplayed. And here's the one, the most overplayed. I would definitely, my number one most overplayed, and I absolutely love her, is Mariah Carey.
Oh God, I'm so sick of that song.
Oh geez, no.
It's a good song.
I'm sick of it.
But you want the one with Justin Bieber in it too?
It's like Stevie. I feel like I'm in Mariah Carey hell over and over and over, and all I want for Christmas is not to hear the damn song anymore. So. Yeah. That's it's not that it's a worse song. It's like, for me, my dad said this years ago when I was a teenager. He said, David, because he knows I love Christmas songs. He's like, there's only so many Christmas songs. And after you hear Silent Night for the 50th time by 50 different artists, no matter how much you love the song Silent Night, it's like everybody has.
Oh, I got one I hate. I didn't mean to cut you off, Dave, but an epiphany just hit me. I got one I can't stand. You talk about bad songs, goofy ass songs, stupid songs, horrible songs, moronic songs that are so damn bad. Matt, you might want to reconsider your list and add this one to it, my friend. So I want to buy these shoes for my mama, please.
Oh, yeah.
Christmas Eve, and these shoes are just for size.
Don't tell me, Kyle. Yeah. I know the first time you heard that song, you cried like a baby.
Oh, I sure did, because it was so freaking horrible.
It is one of the corniest, cheesiest songs I've ever heard in my life.
They made a movie from it, though.
Yes, it's horrible. Christmas shoes.
Oh, that's right. Was that who the hell was it?
That was a
What?
No, they made, because Stevie said they made a movie. They did.
They did. Yes, it was horrible. It was just as bad as the song. Yeah, Christmas Shoes is a terrible song. Just goofy and embarrassing and just sappy for all the wrong reasons. It's horrible. That song is an abomination.
That's the greatest word of all time, abomination, by the way.
Johnny, do you have any?
Worst Christmas songs? No, I co-signed with Matt. I'm endorsing his choices.
You want to add Christmas Shoes
because I'm like Kyle. If I don't like it, I just turn it off. I don't listen to it.
Yeah, Matt, how did Christmas Shoes not make your list?
It was actually it was right outside the list. It was like 7.
It was another song receiving votes.
It was receiving votes. It was like number 27 in the top 25.
She's probably about there with Backdoor Santa.
Bon Jovi, that was off a very special Christmas.
I think a Backdoor Santa made Christmas Shoes.
God!
I mean, I could give my top 5. I guess I haven't. You know what, Kyle? I spent so much time with Ernest Saves Christmas that I didn't really think about this. Top of my head, I can give you some though. I can give you like my top 5. I'll be quick.
All right.
Christmas in Dixie.
Oh God, mine too.
Yeah.
Alabama. I like Merry Christmas from the Family, Robert O'Keefe.
Me too. So far, we're in line.
Okay. Well, here's where we're gonna depart. I think. Have you ever heard of Louisiana Christmas Day from Aaron Neville? I got it. Yeah, I got it like a little Cajun wanderlust. I've gone down there many times. I love that part of Louisiana. So anyhow, that's on there. And Christmas Island by Jimmy Buffett. Run Rudolph Run also is really good.
You like
Run on
the
Rudolph, Chuck Berry.
Yeah. Well, no, not Chuck Berry. I'm trying to think who redid it.
Brian
I know
Adams?
Leonard Skinner redid it, but that's not the one I'm thinking of. Anyhow, those are some of the ones that I like.
Kyle, what's the one that the group that did the Santa like a rock choo choo train? What is it?
Oh, you talking about shit? It's the Tractors. It's oh God, Boogie Woogie Choo Choo Train. It's the remake of that one.
It's Christmas. They made it Christmas. Oh yeah. Then there's the I know you guys probably never heard this.
Do you like that one or dislike it, Stevie?
Yeah, I'm not a fan. I don't hate it, but I'm not a fan. This one I just heard for the first time a couple weeks ago.
The name of the song is Santa Claus Boogie. Thanks to Jessica for that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jessica.
Thank you, Mama Jessica.
I can't leave out Pretty Paper by Willie Nelson. That's good too.
Randy Travis has a really good version of Pretty Paper.
Bachman Turner Overdrive. You remember they did the song "Taking Care of Business"?
Yes.
They're Canadians.
They did a Christmas song. The leader of that group called "Taking Care of Christmas."
Oh wow!
Is
I
it
like
good or
that.
bad?
It wasn't bad, but I mean,
Did they use the same hook, like the same everything, the same music?
yeah, everything. It's
Okay,
kind of cool.
taking care of Christmas. I'm gonna have to listen to it now, Stevie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my favorites list would be Christmas in Dixie. I'm there with JR on that one. That's my favorite. Not even close. Number 2, Robert Earl Keen and Montgomery Gentry's version of Merry Christmas from the Family. I like both. Montgomery Gentry did a great Moore's commercial cover, but Robert Earl Keen's version is raw. Great lyrics in Merry Christmas from the Family.
Yep.
If you've never heard it, listen to it.
Yeah.
Little sister bought her new boyfriend. He was a Mexican. We didn't know what to think of him until he sang Feliz Navidad. It's fantastic. The Waitress's Christmas Wrapping's another one I really love. Me and Stevie can disagree on that one. Great song. There is, and I don't. You guys will have to look this up. I love this song, and I cannot remember who sings it, but it's "Christmas Old Lang Syne." And it's a classic song.
Is
that Dan Fogelberg?
Fogelberg?
Yes.
He's good.
That's a beautiful song.
I do like that song, Kyle.
Yeah, it's a beautiful song. It's
I heard that in years.
to the melody of Old Lang Syne, but it's Christmas only. Beautiful song. I'm trying to think of other ones that really stick out to me.
I'll agree with Kevin Cozart on this one. If you bring that up.
Oh, Christmas Time's a Coming. And my favorite version of that, Stevie or JR, you like Cajun sound and stuff?
Yeah.
Listen to Sammy Kershaw's version of Christmas Time's a Coming.
Anything Sammy Kershaw does is good.
Yeah, saw him live not long ago, but he did a Cajun inspired version of Christmas Time's a Coming that I really enjoy.
Okay.
Song by George Strait called Milk and Cookies that I like a lot. It's just a little goofy song. Alan Jackson and Alison Krauss had a Christmas song I like called The Angels Cried. And then if you want to go traditional, John Barry. I don't know if y'all know who John Barry is. Dave will.
Oh, Holy Night.
Yes, you beat me to it. His version of Oh Holy Night is better than Josh Groban's. His version of Oh Holy Night is unbelievable.
You're right about. I give you major props.
Yeah.
It's very
Kevin
good.
Cozart got a bad one on his comment up here. I agree with that. I hear that at work all the time, and I can't stand that voice.
We talked about that one.
hippopotamus for Christmas.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to go there because of
Stevie, you weren't on the show the other night. That one is disqualified from a song we can make fun of because of Dave's daughter, and so we.
I was up there then. I heard that.
Oh, Stevie just doesn't care. He's going to continue to make fun of her.
Listen.
Stevie, you heartless
I have
bastard.
I have to listen to it every day, though.
Stevie,
heartless.
If it were not for the sentimental part of what happened and the fact that I would be right there. I was that
horrible.
That song. That song has a special meaning. Otherwise, I would agree with you 1,000%. So,
what about Kenny Curlin's talking about "Santa Baby" by Madonna?
Oh God.
Hers is, I listened to it again today because I knew you were going to ask about that. It's
You
on the
did?
yes, because it is on the. I love Very Special Christmas. Those compilations of the different songs. Like Tom Petty has a song on, not the first one, but it may have been the second one. But anyway,
Kelly Pickler's version is cute.
yeah, she did a nice job with it.
Blue Christmas by Elvis. How about Blue Christmas by Porky Pig?
Yes, that's fantastic.
I'll have a blue,
Blue.
But the thing that makes the whole song is the guy laughing in the background.
Yes.
What about the singing dogs with the jingle bells?
Oh yeah.
Novel. See, that's novelty. I did have one novelty song on my top. Do you want to hear my top now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Go for it,
So
Dave.
I wanted to. I usually give you all the same songs every year. So I said I've got to do.
Well, if it's your top 5, it's your top 5.
I know, but I have more than 5 that I really like. So
The 2025 top 5.
Kyle will like this one. This is my novelty song. Coming in at number 5 for Kyle. Santa Claus is Watching You by Ray Stevens.
Very good. Yeah, that's a great one. Very funny.
He's everywhere. He's everywhere. Exactly. I love that. I'm a huge fan of Ray Stevens, but that one.
Me too.
Number 4 is a country song that I threw in this one for Kyle. Santa Looked a Lot Like Daddy by Buck Owens.
Oh yeah, that's
Santa
great.
looked a lot like Daddy.
That's great, Dave.
Okay, number 3 is one I have. I put in this year, and I love the song, and I said, you know what? I need to put it in my list. Christmas in Hollis by Run DMC. I love that.
Yes, sir.
Great movie. Great song.
It's Christmas time in Hollis, Queen.
I just love the beat, the everything about it. I love Run. I'm a huge Run DMC fan. And anyway, number 2, Matt's going to kill me on this one, but I do love her.
Is it Cyndi Lauper?
No. I do love her.
Oh,
Do you not like
She's got a
Lauper?
bad Christmas album, so that's where I was going.
Oh, no. Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas by Judy Garland.
Oh no, I like that. That's a good one.
Okay, all right.
That's good one.
by far my number 1. That's the best version, I think, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. And the number 1 for me this year is Please Come Home for Christmas by the Eagles.
yeah.
That's solid. That's solid.
What about Little Deuce Coupe by the Beach Boys? Or the Little Saint Nick, rather?
Oh, that's a good one.
Little
Good
bit.
Well,
It's basically the same.
It's the same damn
Saint
song.
Nick, yeah.
It is.
What
I'll tell you what.
Maka?
Huh?
Baliki Maka.
Bing Crosby.
Anything off the Star Wars Christmas album for me is great.
All right, let's go.
C3PO.
Go
I like.
top.
I'll tell you another one I do like before we get off to Amy Grant, Grown Up Christmas List.
Oh, yeah, it's a little sappy, but it's got a good. It's
But let it be a
meaningful.
sappy Christmas song, dude.
Oh, here's
I mean,
another-
No more lights torn apart.
Jesus.
I'm running the
that
show.
one. That's a classic, Justin.
Christmas time. Am I the only one who likes to sing?
Your guys' music knowledge far outweighs mine. I can't keep up with the music.
Grandma get run over by reindeer.
If
Justin,
you if you heard some of the conversations me and Kyle have about the most useless information in the world,
oh God,
we know more useless information than anybody on the planet.
Justin
you
has.
ain't getting Dave. Dave's right up there too.
Hey, by the way, Kyle.
Yeah.
Justin has a song for you. You ready?
Okay, sure.
All I Want for Christmas is a Powerball win by the Sports Objective. Can you write that song for me?
Yeah, I'll get it
Hey,
done.
we need to go in the studio like the Chicago Bears did the Super Bowl shuffle.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Super Bowl Shuffle. Is that what it was?
That was one
Yep.
of I love that team, even though it's not my team. That's one of the best teams of all time, but please stick to football. That was one of the most god awful songs.
Cringe. It was cringe.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. And so was the and so was the God Almighty. Help me out, Stevie. The wrestling parody, the AWA.
Oh,
did.
if you only knew. And then
What was
Land
the-
of 1,000 Dances.
What was the name? It was the I
That
can't remember.
WWE album.
No, the AWA did their own version of the Super Bowl.
Oh no, gosh!
Oh, I don't know that.
Wrestle Rap.
Wrestle, yeah, but it was what was the pay per view?
Well, Wrestle Rock.
Wrestle Rock, yes, Wrestle Rock. We do the Wrestle
Oh
Rock
my
Rumble.
God!
The worst,
Yes.
to me, one of the worst albums in the '80s was that damn WWE album they had. Like, they even had
Power Driver.
Rick Derringer, Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo, and
That
Power
one.
Driver.
Now he's talking about
Oh.
he's talking about the first one, Kyle, with the Land of 1,000 Dances on it. With,
Okay.
na.
All right. So I'm trying to keep.
All right.
Well, I'm trying to keep this on track here. I got to steer the ship. So Christmas movies. We're gonna do top. We don't have to do top 5. Let's just best and worst Christmas movies. I firmly say my favorite Christmas movie of all time is A Christmas Story. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation is right up there too.
Yeah.
The 1999 version of A Christmas Carol with Patrick Stewart, Ernest Saves Christmas, and Miracle on 34th Street, the original version from '47. Those would be my top 5.
What about Disney's Christmas Carol?
That Disney's Christmas carols are garbage. Jim Carrey's the worst Christmas. Is the worst Christmas
No,
ever.
no,
I'm talking about animated. The animated.
The animated one is called Disney's Christmas Carol. You mean Mickey's
Christmas Carol?
Mickey's Christmas Carol.
That was good.
Okay, that's different. All right, that's a different category. Movies and you got movies, and then you got animated and stop motion specials. So I'll get my top 5 for those. Rudolph, Charlie Brown, Garfield's Christmas, very underrated. You should still be shown, and it's not. Those are easily in my top 3. After that, I'm probably going to go Year Without a Santa Claus, just because of the Miser Brothers, Heat Miser and Snow Miser.
Heat Miser.
Hey, I'm getting a Heat Miser ornament for Christmas. I shouldn't know that, but I do because I got an email alert. My wife accidentally.
JR, do you want to sing Heat Miser and Snow Miser? You can be Heat Miser. I'll be Snow Miser.
No, I am definitely Heat Miser because my wife she's called me that for years. Because when I wake up in the morning, my hair is literally like flames reaching for the sky, and she's like, "You're the freaking Heat Miser." And
call him Heat Miser.
So she bought me a Heat Miser ornament that I just happened to see was heading my way, but I didn't. She doesn't know that I know, so I'm going to act surprised.
If she's watching, she knows now.
Now she doesn't listen
all the time. She's a dedicated viewer and listener to the show. She knows.
Yeah, but she just got back from Carolina today. Like she just got back with the dogs, and she's wiped out, so she's sleeping. Yeah,
I'm a messenger and tell her to listen to.
She's not hearing me.
And Frosty the Snowman should also be on that list. I think I left Frosty out. So, all right, Matt.
Star Wars Holiday Special.
Matt, you got favorite Christmas movies and specials?
Yeah, I'll go. I'll just go through them really quick. So most of them are like, so Kyle, A Christmas Story, obviously Christmas Vacation. I like the 1951 Christmas Carol is my favorite one. It's an old black and white movie, but the guy who plays Scrooge is he's just a grisly, nasty old buzzard, and he's just great in the role. Here's one that you guys may or may have not seen. It's a little bit of a surprise. The Family Man with Nicolas Cage.
Oh yeah.
That is a great, way underrated movie. That's way.
How the hell have I not heard of that?
I've heard of it, never watched it.
That was '90s, right?
I don't care. It's Nicolas Cage. I should have heard of that. I hadn't heard of it.
It was right around 2000, so it may have been,
Yeah, it was late '90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
I'm a Nicolas Cage fan for sure.
Aya Leone was the wife.
Yes.
You know what, Nicholas?
You should watch that. If you guys haven't watched it,
I liked it, man. It was good.
It's a classic. Home Alone, obviously. It's a Wonderful Life. You gotta have that in there. And then my alternate. So I was talking about having an alternate movie that's not necessarily it's a little bit different. Black Christmas I mentioned it from last week. It's from 1974, and it is a freaky ass movie. It's like the original Christmas horror movie, and it's really good. It's really good.
Sleigh ride.
Have you, Steve? Have you seen it?
No, no.
Oh man, you got to watch it. Kyle used to love horror, but he's gotten off the horror. He's not.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I'm
have.
not
I,
everyone into
It doesn't go
Silent
with
used to
Night,
love
Christmas.
horror.
Deadly Night.
Yeah,
Something like Deadly Night, something like Deadly Night 2 were ones I loved watching growing up.
there's a remake of Black Christmas from like 2010. It's horrific. Don't watch it. You got to watch the original. So yeah, I'd say those are the best. So pretty close to yours, Kyle.
Who wants to go next?
Y'all are pretty much naming the ones,
All right.
but I'm
Well,
gonna
I
go.
guess-
I'm gonna
Go ahead,
pretty
Steve.
much go to a TV show, the episode, and me and Kyle talk about this show right often too, because Kyle says I'm Andy Taylor.
Oh God,
The-
yes.
The Andy Griffith Show, the Christmas special with
Yes.
what was his name?
I hope Ken Berry wasn't on there.
No, not that one.
Yeah,
No.
Okay, Ken
the
Berry
old-
ruined Mayberry.
No,
The older guy,
man,
the older guy that
owns
had
the
all the money.
stores.
Kyle, what was his name?
Emmett,
The old guy on the Andy Griffith's Christmas special that owns the pharmacy. What's his name? Ben.
No, he don't own the pharmacy. He owns
Ben. His name is Ben. He owns the
Yeah,
store.
his name is Ben.
He owns
Yeah.
the store. I said pharmacy. That was the girl. He owns
Ella.
the store.
Ella was the pharmacist.
Yeah. So Ben owns the. Yeah. So go ahead, Stevie. Yes, the Andy Griffith.
The
Christmas
one where
episode.
he's such a Grinch, wants the guy locked up for Christmas, and Andy wants to let him go to spend Christmas with his family. Then, but Andy ends up bringing the family into jail with him, and the Grinch Ben sees him in there, sees him having so much fun, and he keeps trying to get locked up, and eventually Andy figures out what he's doing and puts him in there, and he brings presents for the kids and for the family. So it ends up being pretty good. That was one of my favorite Christmas episodes.
Great episode.
Stevie, I got to tell you that you hit a home run right there. That is, I can't top that.
Bam!
That is in the spirit of Christmas, and I love Andy Griffith. That was awesome.
Yeah, the Santa Claus with Tim Allen. Yeah, the first one's not bad. But yeah, that Andy Griffith episode, we could go down a whole damn rabbit hole of great Christmas episodes, and that one would be right at the top of the list. The Andy Griffith Christmas episode is classic.
I know, Kyle, you and I have one of our favorite shows growing up.
Hey, really quick, fellas, not to interrupt. We got a special guest here who wants to talk about his favorite movie really quick.
Chase? Hey, Chase!
Chase!
What's up, Chase?
He just wanted to tell you his favorite.
Yeah,
Let's hear it.
favorite Christmas movie of all time, the first Home Alone, the original one.
There you go.
Okay, you can't go wrong
that's
there.
a good one. Home Alone is a classic, 1990.
That or the Christmas Story.
Better than a
There
Christmas.
you
Ooh,
go.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that one, Chase.
No,
What?
no, Kyle?
Not better than a Christmas story.
Well,
Right.
that's the younger generation is speaking, though. They're our
Exactly.
future.
You're old, Kyle. You're old.
That movie came out in 1990. He wasn't even thought of yet.
That's so funny.
Yeah, but I'll tell you this. I've got a daughter. I don't know how old Chase is. How old's Chase?
17.
He's
So
16.
Mallory's like 21. So this generation is more like retro. They go more retro. I don't know how Chase is, but I know Mallory is like into all the retro stuff.
I like that. That's comforting to know
I
that.
am too. I do too.
Yeah, I think it's because like my kids know like all the
Well, I figured out Mallory's got better taste in music than Stevie.
wow.
Hey, hold on a minute, Matt. Is Chase gonna be in Annapolis, or is he gonna be at Kent Narrows?
No, not this year.
Oh man, because he was here last time, and
I mean, if he wants to go, I'll definitely. If he wants to bring somebody,
All
that's cool too. The only reason why I'm actually gonna be on the sideline. And I obviously can't get him a pass. So, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Right.
We got a few days.
okay. I hope that you can successfully high five somebody, Matt.
We're gonna kidnap. By the way, guys, breaking news: we're gonna kidnap Stevie, and we're gonna have a white van, and we're gonna get like 4 dudes to kidnap him and take him to Annapolis, Maryland, so he can watch the game.
So when that really happens to me, Dave, I'm gonna have everybody come looking for you. Everybody, Commissioner Dave Richmond kidnaps fellow commissioner in Leicester.
I want to hang out with Stevie really bad.
Hey, really quick, we got another surprise guest, and she wants my daughter Avery.
Oh,
Hey.
She wants to tell you her favorite Christmas movie.
All right.
Okay, I want to hear it.
I would say Home Alone.
okay.
Classic for
Yes,
me.
it is.
Yeah,
You know.
that's a good
What
one.
Well,
about
Home Alone.
hey, has she got a favorite Christmas song?
Do you have a favorite Christmas song?
Ugh.
Oh,
I don't know.
on the spot. You're on the spot.
Yeah, I'm on the spot.
Made you think.
Gotta think about it for a little
George
bit.
Michael.
She'll think about that one and she'll come back.
Yeah.
I got you.
Okay, how about one you don't like? Is there any like Christmas songs you just are tired of? You've had enough
I
of?
would say have a Holly Jolly Christmas. It
Which
kind of
version?
a little bit,
Burl Ives.
The Burl Ives version?
Yeah.
Come on, it's jolly Christmas.
yeah, a little bit too ringtone-y for me.
Matt, you
That's
need
a
to have
good
her
one.
up every week.
Yeah. All right. Good job.
Merry Christmas.
All right.
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas.
There you go.
All right, guys, this is going to be next year. We're going to have to try to find this movie. I
Oh,
looked at the top 10 worst movies of all time. There's one called Santa Claus Conquers the Martians
Oh, yeah.
What?
Yes.
from
yes.
1964.
Yes. Yes.
I've got to see this.
Yes.
don't have to see it.
I have heard of that movie. I've never seen it, but I think I've heard Brian Last and Jim Cornette talk about that movie, Steve.
hey, Matt. I'm going to steal one of Matt's lines. I don't even have to watch the movie to know it was brutal.
I was getting ready to say.
Yeah, with a title like that. Man.
So what about guys? Is there any like favorite Christmas foods, candies?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Well, I my Christmas movies. I didn't. My favorite
Yeah.
would be.
Okay, go ahead. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
I didn't go yet, but that's okay because I loved everybody's input was really good. I like Dirty Santa. That would be my number one.
You mean Bad Santa? Bad Santa.
Why do I keep saying that, Kyle?
Dirty Santa.
I keep saying it because it's,
Hey, Matt.
it's Bad Santa. I love Billy Bob Thornton. Bad Santa
is great. That would be
Dirty
right
Santa.
right out of my
That's-
right outside of my top.
Bad
Yeah,
Santa
well,
is my favorite. But
Yeah, well, just if you like Bad Santa, hey Kyle, if
Yeah.
you like Bad Santa, you're gonna love Dirty
love
Santa.
Matt.
And hold on, Dave. I also Trading Places. I'm gonna say Trading Places is my number 2.
Lindsay
All right.
Lohan did a
Hey,
great
great
job in
movie.
the movie.
Yeah, and so I know you haven't seen that yet, but I wanted to say earlier I said that the Ernest Saves Christmas would be the Independence Bowl of Christmas movies. I'm going to say that the Rose Bowl would be A Miracle on 34th Street, and that the Sugar Bowl would be A Christmas Story. So that's where I'm going with that.
Good taste there.
Wow.
Miracle on 34th Street, one of the best endings in movie history, and A Christmas Story is a classic. Well, not the end of the courtroom scene ending is just classic. Hey, I give you to circle back. Matt was talking about you couldn't get away with the teenage girl staying with Ernest and dressing her up in a schoolgirl outfit. How
Yeah.
about on Miracle on 34th Street? So the mom comes home from the Christmas parade and doesn't know where her daughter is. Her little girl who's about 8 years old, and she's in a man's apartment who lives at who the woman doesn't even know yet, and it's just she's just in this random man's apartment by herself. The Polar Express.
Hey.
Justin, what are you 12?
No,
He's
talking about
Breaking news.
We're gonna take
guys. Breaking
breaking
news.
news?
Santa Claus Conquers the Martians is on Amazon Prime Video.
There you go.
We should do we should watch that movie and do like a live reaction show.
Speaking of watch-alongs, tomorrow night on over, and we'll post it on our social media, but over on the On the Fly podcast, Stevie's podcast, me and Stevie are going to do tentatively at 7:00 tomorrow night. Plans could change. We're going to do a watch-along to Starcade '86, Night of the Skywalkers, which was in the holiday season. Starcade used to always
Not
be the
Luke and Leia.
Oh, time out, Kyle. That's when East Carolina's going to Chapel Hill to play the Tar Heels the same time.
Ooh, well, chances are that's not going to be worth watching. So we'll probably stick with Night of the Sky. Now, if it's a close game late in the second half, we're probably going to have to turn off Night of the Skywalker.
Hey, Matt's going to be watching it because it's going to be a horror movie. But.
Oh, dude. I think the spread is 28, by the way.
So. Yeah, Schwartz is always with us, though. The Schwartz is always with us.
Yes.
Look, it's going to be more for you guys. It's going to be like Festivus. I mean, come on. We wait. That game tomorrow night is going to be brutal. And I love everybody, but that's going to be a rough game.
Carolina. Guys, I can go ahead and tell you.
We're going to make money, though, right? We're going to make money, Dave, right? We're getting paid.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
I'm watching the intro to this Santa Claus Conquers the Martians, and the entrance song is brutal. Hooray for Santa Claus.
Wow.
Just say that.
Hey, you guys remember the show, like when we were kids, there were like two talking heads and you could just see like a shadow figure and they were breaking down movies?
Yeah.
No.
You know what I'm talking about? They were like in a theater. You could just see
they were like from a balcony. Yes.
Yeah, but you couldn't see their faces. Anyway, that's what I'm thinking for your watch along for this.
I'm sure Matt would.
Santa slays what is it? Santa Claus conquers the Martians. Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, can I give my top 5 real quick for movies?
Go for it.
No.
All right. This is for Kyle. Number 5. I couldn't really think of 5 because I knew everybody would mention like everything. So I'm going with, I'm a huge Bill Murray fan, Scrooged. Number 5.
Okay.
Interesting.
Right. That's decent. That's decent.
Now, I do like that movie. That movie.
Yeah. Number 4, I know you said special. I love Charlie Brown Christmas. Is one of my favorites.
Yeah, I think that's a different category, but we'll just go with it.
Yeah, I'm going with that too. I like it, Dave.
Now, didn't you?
Number 3, you guys already know, Christmas Story. I'm a huge fan. In fact, Kyle and I, if we were not doing a show, I'll tell you how much I love our show. Is they had Matt right after Thanksgiving, they had Peter Billingsley at DPAC in Durham, not too far from where we live, to do a Q&A on the Christmas Story, and I wanted to be there so bad.
Hold on, Dave. I got to cut you off. Are you a big fan of the Christmas Story that you would actually have a leg lamp displayed in your house?
Exactly.
Oh yeah. I don't know who would ever.
somebody does.
So I think the biggest fan in this chat is Matt. Would you do that?
I don't know. We're gonna have to do Christmas. Yes, he does have a leg lamp, Matt. You do.
He displays that around the 30 trees that he's got in his house.
Who makes those trees?
Oh, that makes me think. Oh, by the way,
I display it proudly.
Yes, sir, Kyle.
As you should.
Thank you, Stevie, for the 30 tree reference. So yesterday, my wife, I don't remember where we were or how this came up. We were doing something Christmas. And she goes, "Why does Matt have all those trees?" I said, "What?" She said, "Does he really have all those trees?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "Yeah, he's got 13 Balsam Hill Christmas trees at his house." She said, "Really? Why?" I said, "Because he just likes to show off." And
he's a representative.
And so all this time she thought we were being serious.
Tell her I have a 30% share in the company Balsam Hill.
Yeah.
I'm a minority owner.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, no, I already clarified it was all a joke.
Can I just tell you guys how much my son loves you guys? Because he's not with me tonight. He's at his mom's house, but he was dying like a week ago or so when y'all were doing that, like giving Matt a hard time.
The Balsam Hill.
Yeah, he was dying.
Like real of Balsam Hill.
Like, it was funny. It was very funny. It was very funny. Especially the first 40 times.
Found my thrill.
So all right. So I quickly anybody, I ask again, does anybody have any favorite Christmas food or candy that sticks out, or both?
I do. I can take it because I knew you were going to ask this question. I got to find it. My grandma, my dad's mom, we called her Nanny. She had candy dish. It was an antique candy dish.
Yeah.
She would have either the cream drops or orange slices. And every year,
my mom still has his orange slices.
Yeah. Every year I make sure this time of year I have the cream drops and the orange slices because I do miss my grandma. this time of year is hard for because I'm a big like you guys. I'm a big family man, so like
Yeah.
my family, a lot of my family's gone. They passed away.
Yeah, same.
It's hard. That's really hard. But the way that I can, like kind of be there with them is like have some of the same traditions. But the cream drops, orange slices are my two Christmas things, like candy wise, that I do.
Very
I can
cool.
go ahead and answer Matt's for him. I know he likes to serve those sweaty balls. Big sweaty balls.
Stevie. It's a step away from you guys loving boudin balls down there.
No, we ain't Louisiana. I could go for some boudin balls, but we ain't Louisiana. Boudin.
You remember Chef from South Park?
Oh, yeah. Isaac Hayes.
Isaac Hayes was.
Yeah. All right. So anybody else guys got any
I got one, yeah.
foods? Yeah, go ahead, Stevie.
Well,
Or JR or Matt or whoever you are.
Go ahead.
Whatever,
no, I don't have. I was.
Go ahead,
I had.
I misspoke. I meant to say go ahead, Matt.
Go ahead, Matt.
So big thing for like Italian families is we do the fish, fried fish.
Yes, 7
Right.
fishes.
7 fishes. So like we do it's delicious, man. We fry up shrimp, scallops, flounder. We don't do 7 usually because that's just a lot of fish, but the fried scallops, tremendous, absolutely tremendous. So I'm actually having Christmas at my house this year, and I'm responsible to cook the fish up. So yeah,
Nice.
I don't know how well it's going to come out, but we'll see.
Good luck
That
with
is
that.
awesome. I learned a new tradition. I didn't know that.
Feast of the 7 fishes. You aren't familiar with that?
I am now, but
Yeah.
I do love fish and I do love seafood. So
Yeah, I got to go. He just put on the screen sausage balls. That is something we have every year at Christmas. We always do sausage balls. Another thing I really love this time of year is my wife is making them now, candied pecans. She always makes those every year. I'm a big eggnog guy. I drink a lot of eggnog this time of year. Other things that you got to have this time of year, brownies. I'm a big candy guy. I love like the Russell Stover's chocolate Santas, cookies. Just I'm probably missing some big things. I'm a fat ass. I like all that stuff. And of course, a good ham on Christmas Day. You got to have a good brown sugar. Like a honey baked ham. So all the traditional stuff. A lot of sweets, man. Jessica always makes these little cheesecake bars at Christmas time. So that's something I'll be eating a lot of.
Oh yeah, they're good.
You've had her cheesecake bars?
Oh no, I hadn't had any of those. No. Yeah, Kenny Curlin's, being a meat cutter, I noticed a lot of people do that. They instead of going like the traditional stuff with ham and turkey, they'll get steaks, they'll get ribeyes.
Yeah.
Had a lot of ribeye orders this last week.
Yeah, I do that. I get a roast, beef roast.
Yeah.
We always do. Now this year we're actually doing. We normally have a Christmas Eve party at our house for family. Family's getting smaller and smaller. It's very divided this year. So we're going to my dad's on Christmas Eve. We're doing something simple at his house, and then Christmas Eve night we're having on something here. But we traditionally do finger foods on Christmas Eve: sausage balls, barbecue meatballs, different dips, different little finger sandwiches.
Yeah. That's a good strategy.
Yeah, we're doing a smaller version of that this year. And then Christmas Day, we're having lunch with friends. But, so very traditional stuff here. And a lot of candies, man. For me, the candies and the desserts and the sweets are big deal for my fat ass.
Yeah.
How about, let's see.
So watch out for the Bumpus's dogs, JR, when you make that roast.
Bumpus's!
Hey, I went downstairs to throw another log on the wood stove, but when you all talk about Christmas trees, does anybody have a crab pot Christmas tree? That's like from down east. Like, no? I got one. They're awesome. Okay, I just didn't know if that was like something that was. Have anybody ever heard of one?
Heard the term, yes.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. So I have one just to keep it like local, like keep it Carolina. It's a Carolina thing. But as far as foods go,
what people from North Carolina never say,
What?
JR? Carolina. We never refer to Eastern North Carolina as Carolina. So if you want to be a true Eastern North Carolinian, quit referring to North Carolina as Carolina.
All right, I'll take that into consideration, Kyle.
Okay, all right, thank you.
As far as foods go, how about like peppermint bark chocolate? Like,
Yes.
What was,
White chocolate, peppermint bark. Yes.
yeah, that's good stuff.
my grandmother used to have like walnuts or like the nuts and and you had that nutcracker thing at Christmas time.
Did you ever have Brazil nuts at Christmas?
What?
Nothing.
I think I heard that.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know, yes, I do. I just had a thought and it popped in my head, and then I'm going to stop there.
What was the what's the name of the
Stevie probably knows exactly what I'm talking about. Maybe
Yes,
nobody
I
else
do.
does. Okay.
what's the oh my god, what's the company that has like a kiosk that you buy like a party tray kind of thing?
Pepperidge Farm.
The farms.
Pepperidge Farm knows.
Yeah,
Not as much as Balsam Hills trees.
That's from Family Guy. Pepperidge Farm knows.
Yeah, I know. Pepperidge Farm knows.
well, Kyle, you need to make a Balsam Hill song.
Oh,
Okay.
We looked for one. We actually looked for one.
I tried to make a Balsam Hill song on the AI song generator. It wouldn't let me because Balsam Hill being copyrighted.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
man.
need to make one
Y'all
called
boys can't.
Tree Farm.
Y'all Southern boys buy those crap trees where the needles just fall off all over the place. We got up here. We got the real ones in the Northeast. We got the real trees.
Kyle, we can just make up a song
Y'all-
called Semenza's Tree Farm.
Y'all have those spruces where the needles fall off everywhere.
They're trash, Matt.
We don't have spruces. Where do you get that from?
We have Fraser furs.
Fraser furs.
Fraser furs are like
Fraser.
Fraser furs are like, the McDonald's of food. They're
Fraser
like,
Crane.
Well,
I think McDonald's would be the McDonald's of food. I think you mean Fraser furs are like the McDonald's of trees.
Exactly. Something like that.
But like, for us, like we actually, a lot of times our trees make it into the White House.
Yeah, that happened 3 years ago.
Yeah, where's your trees at, Semenza?
We got the National Christmas tree.
That's right. You got them all at your house.
That's what he's doing. He's saving up all the best
Tree
trees.
hoarder.
Does anybody like fruitcake?
No.
Oh my God, I hate fruitcake.
I like fruitcake.
I'm with you, Kyle. Kyle, I'm with you. Just
you can have.
I'm not going to have it in July or anything, but
no. But at the holiday season, yes,
yeah,
it fits.
Yeah,
The
it's
dry
oddly
fruits,
it's oddly attractive to me.
Yeah, it is. It's very nostalgic.
Kenny Curl is the Chinese restaurants will be open on Christmas Day.
Yeah. Has anybody ever? I've done that. We've eaten Chinese food for Christmas dinner before.
I had a situation probably about 15 years ago where the person that was supposed to cook on Christmas Day did not, and so
nice.
Yeah, they said they were.
Was that you, Dave?
No, it was not me. I would be if it were me. I would say, but I don't.
It was his ex-wife.
Nope. But
we're just going to go with it being your ex-wife.
Okay, go ahead. But anyway, so we ended up to go to a takeout place in Greenville to get Christmas. Our Christmas dinner was at Chinese food.
Yeah, well, we've done this.
I guarantee it was ready in 10 minutes.
10 minutes. 10 minutes. 10 minutes.
They told you it was duck, but it was really the raccoon they caught outside of the restaurant.
Oh
boy.
Or what was it? What was it they were selling at that Chinese restaurant in Greenville several years ago that shut down? It was like cat and dog and all kinds of
That's a way to bring the show to the people like are quiet. No, you left everything. Yeah,
but look, we got the best part of the show still ahead.
You find the article. Find the article where that happened.
By the way, I do have two things to talk about because Matt, we have a special gift. But before we do, I got two quick things I want to mention to you guys. The first is Johnny knows where I'm going with this because I have failed to mention to you guys, and it's my fault. But back on December 1st, K&W Cafeteria closed its doors. 88 years in business, and the cafeteria that I love so much So I didn't know.
Oh
if you
my God, where will we get baked spaghetti now?
Yeah, that was one of my favorite things. So I didn't know if you guys had any. Matt, I know you were down here in Greenville. I didn't know if you had any. Do you guys?
A&W was a chain, Dave. It won't just
I
be
know
Greenville.
it was out of Winston-Salem.
Yeah, no, I remember going there just because it was like, good on a college budget,
Exactly.
And yeah, we would destroy some food in there. And man, I used to go out. I'm not going to get into a long story here, but like after practice, sometimes I would go out with like Dwayne Ledford and Carr and Big Terrell Williams, and some of those guys, and we would go over to what the hell was it? Help me out here.
The Blue Oyster Club.
The golden, yeah. What was it called? The golden
Golden Corral.
Golden Corral. Yeah, they don't have
Golden Corral. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Buffet.
Yeah, that's a chain.
Hey,
Yeah.
and when they saw us come in, I'm telling you, they would cringe.
Yeah,
You see 15 football players come in that like to eat, and we put that place. Oh man, we would destroy the buffet in that place. Anyway, I don't want to get into a long story, but it just reminded me of that.
Speaking of the buffets,
We did that for Christmas Eve several years in a row. My family, because we rednecks, did Golden Corral buffet for Christmas Eve dinner several years in a row.
Didn't they have like the chocolate waterfall or something like that?
That they still do. They still have a chocolate fountain. Yeah. They didn't back when Matt went, but they do. That's a more modern Golden Corral convenience. It's the chocolate fountain.
I love the sneeze guards around the buffet, like to make sure that, in case somebody's.
Do you guys know who? Yeah, there's two guys. I want to ask if you know their name. Do you know who John Isley and Billy James are?
I do not.
Well,
Billy James
and John Isley. Do you know who they are?
I was like,
Billy James sounds like a wrestler.
yeah, I was going to say, Kyle.
No, it's actually the John Boy and Billy show.
Okay.
And and they're going to the end of the year, so I was a big fan of theirs. And they
were funny 20 years ago.
45-year run. They got up to 50 stations. They started in 1980. So I just wanted to give them a salute and great job, guys. 45 years. Hey, nothing to sneeze at, but they're retiring on December 31st. So
yeah, it's time for them to retire.
When they retire, they should give us a salute. They should give you a salute, Dave. They should give the sports objective a salute.
No, I mean, look, they at one time in the 90s and early 2000s,
I agree.
Were really good, and then it got to be where it was 90% commercials, and I haven't found them funny in years. But you think back to in the 90s, things like Married Men, Friendly Neighborhood, and my favorite shit was John Boy and Billy Playhouse, and tune in next time at John Boy and Billy Playhouse where you hear the old crusty cook say, "Hey, big man, let me hold $1."
Hey, big man, let me hold $1.
I wanted to give them a salute, a shout out, a send off. We appreciate all the great years with them, and I do know. Hey, Matt, here's one for you. I was on a classic rock station, and we had them on the morning show. We had them for the morning show. How many songs do you think, guys, they played in 1 hour? Just a fun fact, really fast.
Who?
How many would you say, Johnny?
No, who are we talking about?
I said 2. John Boy and Billy. Two.
All right, what are you going with? What do you guys think, real quick?
I have no idea.
In an hour?
Yeah, in 1 hour.
No more than 4, at the least 2.
I would say probably 4.
6.
Wow, that is more than what I thought.
Yeah,
because they used to only play a song at the beginning of each segment.
It was just
and then they would go into talking, and so I'm surprised it was. I'm honestly surprised it was 6 an hour. That shocks me.
Yeah.
Hold on a minute. I'm on a bit of a lag. I'm going to guess 6.
Oh,
Very nice. Very nice.
Whatever for JR.
Hey, Axel has a question here, guys.
All right.
Let's see.
Are we doing? Are you guys? You normally do your Wednesday night. Wait, Wednesday night.
Wednesday night's the 23rd. We're busy. Oh, that's Christmas Eve.
That's Christmas
That's
Eve.
Christmas
We're
Eve.
not doing a show Christmas Eve. No.
We're doing a 26th, right? The 26th?
Yeah, we are.
Friday.
Yeah, I'll be there virtually.
At the Fisherman's Inn, though, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Absolutely.
Yeah, hang on one second. Yeah, I've got that for us.
Yeah, we need to get that out on our social media better. That's
There you go.
tell your friends and neighbors, guys. Dave, Jr., Matt, are you going to be there?
It depends on what time I leave.
Okay,
Oh, Matt's going to be there.
Dave,
Matt's
Jr., and
gonna be
hopefully
I'll
Matt
definitely
will
be there. It's just a question of what time.
Okay, so Dave, Jr., and Matt will be there. I'll be there virtually. Stevie will be there virtually Friday night, and
Bubba's going to be there as well. I mean, maybe he can fill in and
the return of Bubba Rosenbaum to the Sports
yeah.
Objective. Wow.
Maybe so.
Hey, I was going to ask you guys about Christmas miracles for the Pirates. Bubba coming back on the show?
He's going to be there. We should have him on.
I would love to have Bubba on.
What happened to our Christmas overlay?
That's what I'm
where's the candy canes?
I'm trying to get it back. Hold on.
Shame on you, Dave.
Is there a better holiday-related stripper name than Candy Cane?
Candy cane. Hey, you remember that movie Joyride where the guy they were playing with that truck driver, and his name was Candy Cane. That guy kept saying over, hey, Candy Cane.
Stevie, what are the odds that I know that? But I do. Yeah.
I watched that one time. That's the only time I ever want to see that again. That was
a great call.
And what was the name of that movie again, Stevie, on Amazon?
Joyride.
No, Santa Claus destroys the Martians.
Yeah.
Conquers
the Martians.
Well, Kenny's going to Stan and Joe's to kick off the pub crawl, and we have a special reporter, special correspondent for the pub crawl. Maybe Matt Semenza. We'll see.
Matt, you said we had a surprise at the end of the show for me.
Yeah, we do.
Are we? Yeah.
He said it for me. He said it was for me.
No, it's
Stevie, you'll enjoy it. Trust me.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm ready for that. Does anybody else? If we're done,
I got nothing else.
I got nothing else.
Let's do it.
Yeah. So Kyle, you can't leave now, right? So
I'm not okay.
Let's all right, so how do we set
Merry Christmas, everybody? Merry Christmas, and we'll have stuff on obviously the bowl game. Maybe.
So is it going to be live on the air or after the show?
Yeah, it's live on the air.
All right.
Are you ready?
The compilation, Kyle. We're going to call it. We're going to call it Kyle's greatest hits compilation.
All right. Let's see if I can. Yeah, here it is. All right, here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, you are about to listen to Off the Tracks with Kyle from LaGrange. What is about to ensue is beyond all understanding. There will be laughter, disgust, dismay. You will be enlightened, confused, and just downright entertained. All aboard!
You wore Charlotte FC hoodie to the bowl last year, Matt. What are you talking about? You knew that.
A 2XL. I had a 2. Yes, because I have lost.
I would have given Dave a hard time about that one.
We gave him a hard time about it, Matt.
Will you go tarps off, Kyle, if we win this game?
Everybody's obsessed with me going tarps off. Look, everybody wants to see my titties that bad. My OnlyFans is Kyle from LaGrange. My God. I get it, I'm the fat guy, but that's getting old.
I'll definitely.
Look, if we win this game, I'll go pants off. I'll show one of my balls. How about that?
Trophy.
Yeah.
That's their only road win this year. Is that Charlotte? And it won't impressive. It's inexplicable. Inexplicable. Yes, Stevie, I'm a philanthropist. I was literally thinking, I bet he's going to take this.
Yeah. I want him to be tackled. I don't want him banned.
There's two things about that. One, at least my belly will hide my wiener, so I won't get charged as a sex offender. Two, I might trip over my balls.
Okay.
Well, you've seen it. You might not have noticed it. Go back and watch Rajay's touchdown to give us the win in the Military Bowl over NC State, and you can see Bubba trying to give a high five to Rajay, and Rajay was too fired up to give Bubba a high five. And also on that video is Matt jumping up and down like a little kid, which is fantastic.
and making Sports Center. I mean, you're famous, man. Do some questions and comments real quick.
God almighty, Alan Vick typed the doggone novel. This is year 6. Year 6. Not year 1. This is year 1 bullshit, but this is year 6. Maybe Houston shocks me. Yeah, we go 7-5, but I'm not gonna hold my breath. I'm
Well,
not gonna hold my breath.
you have Army.
Loss. Just on a personal note, last week I was complaining about the latches on the bathroom stalls. How half the ones in the men's bathroom not latching if you need to take a poop. That needs to be fixed. Get you some boudin balls and send them to you. There you go. Boudin balls against lasagna. Matt has no idea what a boudin ball is.
I'm not sure exactly, but
it's good. It's basically a fried Louisiana sauce. It's like a Cajun sausage in a fried casing in a ball. So it's basically a fried sausage.
That's better than what I thought it was. Balls and sausage is not a good combination.
Well, right. I'm just telling you. In this case, it is. In this case, I never knew for years that in the original Vacation movie, Beverly D'Angelo showed her boobs. Yes. If you watch it, not on CBS or TNT, watch it somewhere. The original version, not edited. Yes, she does in the shower.
You're talking Christmas Vacation. We're not talking
the original Vacation.
All right.
They go cross country.
Yeah, when you would still want to see Beverly D'Angelo's boobs. So we're talking early 80s.
Oh, my Lord.
Would you want to see them now?
I'm not commenting on the way. I think she's got to be 70 years old.
Exactly. And she was starting to get, starting to hit middle age in Christmas Vacation, but in the early 80s in the original Vacation, they were still standing up nicely. Vacation?
Chinese food, and I said, this is great because I love
Jack the Rose with bells of Rory, rah 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 rah.
I love this from Monica Fragile.
They could have been a bowling alley. Did somebody drop you on your head? How could they drop me onto my own head? No, not onto your own. Are you effing with me? Just the.
I agree, Kyle.
So Gremlins is not a Christmas movie.
I'm worried about Pitt's pass rush as well, but Dennis is. Oh
God, Jesus Christ. Dennis not Pitt's quarterback, is he?
No, Dennis our quarterback.
Yeah, that's why I shouldn't do the show when I've been drinking. That's probably not the best idea.
Yeah, he's from Texas.
When I've had multiple shots of Jim Beam.
They have two quarterbacks that are very capable. So even if one
should be throwing at the 2 on 1st and goal,
exactly,
we should be able to run it in without it being a struggle against an FCS team from the 2 on 1st and goal. I mean, it's ridiculous that we get down there and we can't score. It's the same show right over and over again. We go up and down the field. We get to the red zone and we can't stick it in. It's pathetic. This whole Scotty Montgomery, he's got to go. He's got to. Right. This is comedy.
Hey, what?
This is comedy. Comedy of errors.
Oh, it's funny to you?
Yeah. No, it's not funny to me. But it's a comedy. I mean, what we're doing is a joke. So it's a comedy. That's all I got to say about that. Well, a school like ECU. What is a school like ECU? Memphis? They just beat Arkansas. Tulane? They've been making the New Year's Six to become the playoffs now. There are schools like ECU. What the hell does that mean? I hear Gilbert saying that crap all the time. And that's the kind of culture we have. We have a culture that is okay to be mediocre. Stupid ass Gilbert will sit there and go, well, we've got the 4th best revenue sharing going forward, it looks like, in the American. We're never going to catch Memphis. Well, why don't we do something to try to catch Memphis? If you're watching, grab that clip. Doofus.
It is incredible.
Nobody's bandwagon.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. If you're a real fan, stand by your program.
Stand by your program. Make sure you kiss their ass. Bandwagon means you decide.
Bandwagon means when you're winning. When you're winning.
Suddenly, I feel like I'm at Bob's Country Bunker in Blues Brothers.
Bandwagon means you decide you're USC.
No, winning. You're great. Everything is great. And we're losing. When we're losing, you want to jump ship.
You want to call people bandwagon fans when they're giving money to NIL, when they're giving money to the Pirate Club.
We have a
you can play. Maybe Well,
I have a theory on this.
I may be about to say your theory, man.
Dave, I see you there. Is it your granddaughter?
No, this is my daughter.
Okay, your daughter. I'm sorry, I couldn't see. No, man. I didn't see it there. But the point that I'm making, family. Look here, man. Kyle, you crazy. But listen, the point I'm making is family.
But your average person needs to have the tank tickled. That's what's going to get them fired up. Something personal.
Holy shit.
So most of those clips were more recently. I'm surprised that we didn't. I'm assuming Bubba put that together.
Kyle, you have no idea how much work we put.
Who put that together?
So we pulled up all clips, and then Bubba obviously did all the editing.
Hey, I wonder why he chose so many more recent ones. That's because I think probably some of my funnier stuff is older stuff, but
Yeah.
I do appreciate the tribute there. It seems like I'm dead, but I'm not yet. But I appreciate the trip down memory lane and the tribute, and you guys take the time to put that together. And as I said before, and I'll say it again. Stevie Fly is your favorite line that they didn't put up there. You love this one. I think that just goes to prove without a shadow of a doubt that I'm an entertaining motherfucker.
Yeah. Kyle, you are an entertaining MFer, but I would say with that kind of content, I'm going to guess your IQ's got to be at least 148, if not higher.
You got it. You nailed it. It was 148. How did you know, JR? How did you know that?
I'm going on, I'm a stats guy, so I'm going on the, the information, and I'm processing it. I'm coming up with 148.
Well, you nailed it. Home run. And, Stevie's is 148 and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stevie's edged you out there, Kyle.
Yeah.
Always will be. Always be a half more than Kyle's.
That's right.
A half more. There you go.
A half of a step ahead of him, right, Stevie?
Oh, man.
Yep. All right,
man, I appreciate you and Bubba. That was JR. Did you have anything to do with that? Or was that all Bubba?
No. I cannot take any credit. Bubba's awesome. You and Bubba are both like extremely creative and good assets for the show. So I appreciate both of you.
Yeah, our Christmas miracle is Bubba coming back to the show. So
hey, we'll keep working on that.
I think we could wrangle them in Kent Narrows for one show.
Ooh.
Yeah, that compilation though is just gold. It's gold. I mean, I could have here's the reality. After 2 hours, I was just spent. But I could have kept going back to I could have kept going back to more to the Scotty Moe years and
oh God, the North Carolina A&T episode. You could have just put that whole episode up. That would have been the best of.
That's one of our that was after that Sunday or Monday after the game, we had thousands and thousands of views and listens on that, or listens rather, back then.
I think my favorite part was when I was singing was when I started singing Stand By Your Man.
Stand by your program.
Oh, that was great. That was great, man.
Good stuff.
Just before Mike Houston got fired, by the way.
Yep. All right. Anybody have anything else before we get out of here?
No.
Nope.
I
Just want to tell everybody Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Festivus, and most of all, Happy New Year. And we'll be back next Sunday night, as a matter of fact.
No, aren't we doing it Friday night?
Friday night.
I'm sorry. Thank you, God Almighty. I have Sunday night in my mind, but Friday night, of course, we'll be there.
Join us Yeah, I'll be there virtually. You can come out to the Fisherman's Inn over at Kent Narrows, over at Kent Island. 8 from 6 to 9. What time is the show going to go live? 7?
Probably later.
Yes, at least 7.
7 between 7 and 8. And we'll have a good time. Everybody come out. Say hey to Dave and JR and Matt. And hopefully Bubba will be there. Me and Stevie will be there virtually. Eat some seafood. They got other options if you don't want seafood. Get drunk.
Yeah, they
There
do.
you go.
All right, Matt, I'm bringing my football. Maybe we can get some 3-on-3 in the parking lot or something with some of the listeners, something like that.
Nice, let's go, man.
And bring Chase too.
We might need them. We're gonna need some
to
young people who aren't gonna like be pulling hamstrings.
Look,
Nah,
you're gonna have young females
we'll be
out there.
permanent quarterbacks or something, and let
You're
them
gonna
do
have
the
young
running.
females out there playing tackle football. Might show up.
No tackle.
Oh well,
Johnny, I'll be the automatic. I can sling it. By the way, I can.
No, hey Matt, I bring my football to every home football game, and very rarely can I find anyone to throw the ball with me. But I know you will. So
Alex,
I'm bringing it. I'm bringing it.
Alex and Mackenzie will be there, and Alex will definitely throw the football.
Oh, hey, Alex and I threw it wasn't an official football. It was more like one of those little plastic promotional footballs. But we were slinging that back and forth in the dining hall.
Absolutely. All right. We will post different things, obviously, during the week. Maybe Matt and Kyle can do some Facebook Lives. We'll see about that. No, I'm not putting you guys on the spot, but if you want to put some stuff up there, it's definitely social media gold. We get a lot of views for that. So,
Dave, I'll be doing live updates from the field level during the game.
Awesome.
So, yeah, we asked Matt if he would do that because he'll be there, and obviously we'll be in the stands. But that'll be great, and yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun. We'll have videos, and obviously we'll see about post game stuff, and we'll do it all. So. Be ready for us on Friday night as we travel on Friday early morning. Hope everybody, by the way, in Pirate Nation is safe to going to the bowl, to and from the bowl. And we'll see you next time. And until then, Stevie, Johnny, Matt, and Kyle, appreciate you guys so much. And hope you'll have a great holiday. And we'll see you on the other side on Friday right here on the Sports Objective.
On the other side. Good God.
Yeah. The other side of holiday. The other side of Christmas.
Okay.
Dave is going to be the ghost of Christmas past.
I am. I'm the Grim Reaper.
All right, y'all have a great Christmas.
All right.
Merry Christmas, y'all.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
See y'all.
Bye.
You're watching The Sports Objective, the podcast for Pirates.